I also did a pee.
Yeah.
The scramming.
Your strem? But you're okay if there's no heart, like if I just...
I think I'm the only one
isn't
who
okay with
should
it,
say it.
but Twitch is okay with it.
Well, my plan was to not say it at all. That's my plan basically always. Like when it...
What is that according to Twitch?
Yeah, are you talking are you talking like things that'll get us suspended or just general propriety? Because like if anything, I would say she gets to tell us that.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
That was my point exactly. Is we just get told what the rules are and then follow them. And
exactly.
I've had black friends that says it's okay, and I'm like, I ain't falling for that.
That's a trap.
That's a trap. I ain't falling for this one.
No, it's not. I'm going to tell you you're wrong this time.
No.
One time, one of my friends actually wrote on like a card, like the one free, what you could say card.
The end pass.
Yeah, he wrote it on a card. He says, I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't be fucking using it. And he's like, well, no, it's just the I guess it was like
it's symbolic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post something in the Discord chat because that's related to this.
Yeah. So I don't have the urge to say the word ever, but I am constantly afraid it will slip out. Because I listen to a podcast that is two black dudes talking about movies, and they say it a lot. And so it's in my brain a lot. And because of that, I am constantly like, okay, don't every time I talk. It's
I terrible meme, so we can all start in the best of moods.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
baby.
We're doing a game
baby,
now.
yeah.
All right. It is time to focus up. We are doing a game now.
I don't know what focus is, but okay.
it's
a spell.
It is actually. That is accurate. So everybody, we're gonna do the is everybody recording bit.
Yeah.
And then the sync clap bit, and then I will start talking, and I'll stop talking in an hour and a half. It's the general plan.
Rest in peace.
All right. Yeah. So, Grapes, are you recording?
Yes.
Jess, are you recording? Oni, are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Schlessel, are you recording?
Yes.
All right. Then sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with trying to figure out whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Waiting 2 weeks. I've been excited.
We are having to very carefully keep track of the day of the week because our PCs are paid a salary on a weekly basis for their thuggery, and gotta keep me honest about when you get paid.
I get paid to stab people, maybe. This is great.
Can we trademark the phrase, is it Friday yet?
Well, on the schedule we have established, you get paid on Monday.
Oh, shit. Wait, no, it's not Monday. What are the days of the week?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's
where'd you put
I think it's still called Monday. Moon Day.
Moon Day. Is it Monday yet?
Monday
Yeah.
was yes.
Yeah, you get paid like at the morning meeting on Moon Day is when you
Oh,
get paid.
God. It makes the mood a little bit better.
Yeah.
It makes Mondays a little
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, the first
Monday.
the first thing you do when you clock into work on Monday morning is receive money.
Monday.
Pretty nice.
So like that's actually not the worst.
Start to a week, yeah.
Yeah, like it's Sunday evening and you suddenly remember that it's Sunday, so you have to go to work tomorrow.
And then
But then you're like, "Oh, I
But I
get
get
paid
paid.
tomorrow."
Yo. Yeah,
Let's
that'd make Mondays a little more tolerable.
It
Mhm.
really
Right?
would.
But the important part of that is we have established it is Wheel Day or Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Hump day.
Yeah. And we have a day of downtime activities, which I hope everyone planned for offline because I don't plan on spending too much of the show with the downtime activities, unless you want to, like if you have a thing you want to do. But my plan was to just cover the day and then move on.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have planned like 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly easy for you, so.
Yeah,
As I said,
anything that would require a roll, let's do. But as I said off air, like anything you want to buy or sell or whatever, like they're just the rates for it. I'm not gonna micromanage your money. Just, do what you're doing and
Okay.
anyway.
I'm gonna make it quick, I promise. So
Okay.
my downtime activity, I want to, so I have a plan that I would, I have a, what's the word?
Okay, question though before anyone starts before you start,
Sure.
Jess. Is anyone planning on using our devil friend?
Rosalago?
Yeah, Rosalago.
It depends on if I can get what I need without Rosalago being used.
Because Uktuk wants to request Rosalago's service on our first downtime day.
Okay. What do you want him to do?
So,
But first let me actually Jess was already going. Let's not sorry.
that's why I asked in case Jess also want to use it. So it's like first day we
Okay,
can
yeah.
like make a group call.
Right.
Roll call.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking of anything for
Okay.
Rosalago.
Then go
Okay.
ahead.
Or, well, now that you say that, maybe just to confirm that the package got to where it was intended to go. Maybe
Oh yeah, but
getting that confirmation.
you don't need to actually have him go anywhere or do anything for you. It's just asking a question when someone else calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just tell Uktuk, I'm going out. I know you're gonna call Rosalago.
Yes.
Can you ask him if the package was successfully delivered to its intended person? You do that for me and give me his answer.
I certainly can do that.
Okay.
I
Thank
just need
you.
to find my pen. My pen
Okay.
disappeared.
Write it down. Big bold letters. Ask Rosalago. And so as I'm talking to him, I'm putting on, I have a disguise kit, so I'm putting on kind of like a different like color, like a wig. It kind of looks shitty, and I'll put a handkerchief over my head and kind of make myself not look like myself, and but look like I'm out there to peddle my wares of arcane cleaning, housekeeping.
Okay.
And so I want to make sure I don't look like Charlie. I'm looking just like average, not red striking hair person. And I get to main part of the square, and I'm going to cast Bullhorn. And It amplifies my voice loud enough for you to be heard easily at a great distance, and it's good for 10 minutes. For the duration, my voice can be heard loudly and clearly by all listeners within 500 feet. Despite the volume, this doesn't make your voice jarring or distracting, and this makes it easier to coerce others. And the acoustics assist in performing at a large venue. I gain a +1 status bonus to coerce. So I want to go and use bullhorn and be like, ladies and gentlemen, hear me. My name is Fergie. I am but a lowly housekeeper, but the one thing I was blessed with was the arcane ability to cast spells to assist in that cleaning task. I ask of you, will you please spare a coin or two? And I would give you the cleanest, most hospitable house you have ever set your feet in. And she'll just kind of, and then she'll go and talk about like, I have a prestidigitation. All of those cobwebs will be swept away with a breeze. I also have burning hands. Do you have a whole bunch of leaves out on your back porch steps and they just need to go? I can do that in a jiffy. And she'll go on like that until somebody, finds interest and that kind of stuff.
Okay, anybody roll me a society, please.
Anybody?
Is it?
For Charlie.
Oh no, natural one.
Okay, so
Oh, for Charlie. Sorry, I thought you meant anyone. I got excited. I'm sorry.
okay.
I just think it's fun. I don't care if this like amounts to anything at all. I just think it's
anybody who speaks to you, their immediate follow-up question is whether you're with the guild.
Me being ignorant, Jessica being ignorant, do I know? Like, am I part of the guild?
Would Charlie know what the guild is?
So that's why what I rolled for the society. You probably are not aware with an 11, but because you are just very intelligent and generally trained in society, you piece together pretty quickly that the service you are offering has some kind of guild that plies that trade.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're asking if you're a union member.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So they're basically asking if I'm like accredited and like
Yeah.
it's just not
Yeah,
some like
exactly.
like schlump from okay.
Wherever.
And I would say, of course, my union number is 428642221.
Roll me a deception.
10.
He just like blinks and says, "Number? No, show me your stamp."
I am so dumb. It's my first day. I really apologize. It's something I knew I was gonna screw up.
Roll me a deception with a multiple attack penalty.
Multiple attack penalty. Like as it like as a
-5.
disadvantage.
Just with the penalty because you are so mechanically what's happening is I'm having you roll to like do a second lie to cover up that you failed the first lie. So you're making the roll at a penalty, but if you nail it, he will believe your cover and then retroactively, oh yeah, okay, you are in the guild. Okay.
Yeah. It's a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Charlie, you lucky bastard.
I'm so stupid. I'm just trying to make some money to get
Oh,
some shoes, and I just wanted a pair of shoes.
he like crouches down. He's like, "Look, I understand this. You know, it's your first day. It's very stressful. So I tell you what, I'm gonna bill the guild for 8 hours of your time. You're gonna work on this task for 4, and then um, the other 4, maybe we have an errand at the cobbler."
And she'll grasp his hand with both of her hands and go, "Sir, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it so much." I'm
Yeah.
gonna wipe my
So
tears and like make it look like I'm like trying to compose myself, and then
so you fleece this guy real good. Great time to roll a natural 20.
oh man.
So yeah, in exchange for 4 hours of your time, you are paid an 8 hours, like the standard going wage for hiring a spellcaster for like a basic service like that.
Okay.
So 8 hours of what that wage would be, and you can add a fancy pair of shoes to your inventory. In addition to being paid basically double.
Nice.
And
So,
like and so do you want to do your follow up and also try and steal some shit from this guy, or do you want to leave well enough alone and do the 4 hours of work and get out of there?
I just want to do like a perception check and kind of scope as I'm cleaning and prestidigitationing everything.
Okay, so that would be casing the joint,
Okay.
which would also be a thievery check.
So like I'm just prestidigitation, like one hand's got a cloth and then the other hand's just kind of swirling, and I'm like cleaning the drawer handle, and it's natural. I'm gonna use my hero point. I'm gonna use my hero point. No, yeah, it's a 13. I just want to kind of just. I'm not stealing anything. I want to look to see if there's anything good, like good shit.
Okay, so with a 13, looking around, a lot of the stuff that would be worth taking is also displayed like in a prominent location, or like a lot of the risk reward isn't good on anything of note. However, as you're going around cleaning, you do notice there is loose change everywhere. So, you could attempt another thievery to just, as you go about the task, just pocket the change you find.
I have to roll another thievery for that one.
Yeah, and the result will just be how much change you're able to palm.
Okay, cool.
From
all right,
from him.
That was a 25. That was an extra 19.
Okay, so you are able to palm. Yeah, you know what? I said the result would be it. You are able to palm 25 silver pieces during your 4 hours of work, like just from under chairs and behind boxes, like just.
Well, this dude just throws like money around. Is basically what's going on.
That,
like,
or it's like, he has a pocket that has a hole in it and it's just fallen out around his house. Like it's hard to say why it's there, but like there is just most the monetary value of 25 silver pieces, like a lot of it is probably just like coppers that rolled under the counter and he forgot was there, like that kind of stuff.
So kind of like how like you see like 10 pennies and like the walk up to Burger King and you just pick them up. You're like, well, that's 25 cents. Shit, one of those kind of things.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that, and like there's probably $1.50 in quarters under your couch cushion. Like there's probably a poorly guarded junk drawer that he drops change in sometimes without thinking about it. Like
haphazardly, but yeah.
Yeah,
So cool.
The point is, in addition to the wages that you earn, you're also able to steal 25 gold pieces from this kindly man. And like, because I want to make this tragic, because you are a bad person. Like the house is pretty clean. You're doing like light dusting, and it's pretty clear he just wanted an excuse to have someone spend time with him. He's just a lonely old man. Because you are a villain.
In the kitchen, as I'm cleaning the kitchen. So tell me about your life. Like I'm just gonna
Really
I'm going
butter 'em up.
to be as distracting as I can when he's in the room with me, and then as quiet as I can when he's like. So just tell me about your life, like.
Yeah,
Windows.
If you ask a question, he will talk for an hour.
Well, I'm getting paid for 4 or for 8.
All right, I'm saying it's very easy to keep him like focused on telling the story. So yeah, you're able to easily palm 25 silver pieces just laying around the house.
I am the hairdresser of housekeeping.
Yeah.
Would I know how much an hour of cleaning would be?
That would just be the standard like hire a spellcaster table.
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever the wage says on that, you will make that in addition to the 25 and the shoes.
Nice. Well, did you want to take a trip to where did he want to go?
He mentioned a trip to the cobbler, and that was the fancy shoes you could also add to your inventory, because the other 4 hours of the day is he takes you to the cobbler and has them make you a pair of shoes, like specifically to fit you.
Oh, the guilt trip.
Like not only they're not like fancy in that like they're showy or flashy, it's just like well made with good material and specifically to fit you.
Which I mean is something that costs a lot in that, leather goods or, time. So I understand that this isn't something that's just 1 silver piece throwaway. So, okay. And I would just curtsy to him and go, thank you for your patronage. I hope to see you soon and in well spirits. And she'll walk away.
He calls behind you. You know where I live, and any wheel day, I'll be hiring.
And then she'll turn around, do another quick curtsy, and then she'll kind of do like a little giggle and kind of run off.
All right. Very profitable day of downtime for Charlie. Fleecing an old man.
This is an evil campaign, y'all.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I'm giving you opportunities to be villains, but, like, you are choosing how to be villains, and Charlie is immediately grifting an old man for cash, because, like,
I need that sugar daddy, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, so Uktuk was next for downtime day. What's your plan?
All right. So, Uktuk would like to give a ring to Razalago.
Okay.
And basically to send a letter to Church of Asmodeus HQ, where Uktuk came from. like where he was stationed at prior. And what did I wrote down? What I wanted to. It was
So
specifically.
I know earlier I alluded to the Church of Asmodeus being similar to the Catholic Church, but in this case, like the comparison really is like in the books. So like going to headquarters is a big deal. It is like going to the Vatican.
Well, headquarters in a sense of like where Uktuk was before he went to Longacre.
Okay, gotcha.
One of the churches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so,
like a place where like a bigger church is, where like where Uktuk was at beforehand.
Yeah, you are here on the orders of Isinio, who's an
Right.
inquisitor with the church. So,
And
you'd
then
probably get your orders from him.
I can send this to Isinio. You said
Isinio, yeah.
Isinio. I'll send a letter
Yeah,
to
he.
Isinio then.
Okay. Just reporting your status and
looking for a small group of volunteers, quote unquote, to assist Uktuk in quote unquote keeping the peace.
you trying to hire some goons.
In a sense, sure. Volunteers, basically, like need some help putting a fear of Asmodeus in these folks.
Okay. So you're calling for missionaries.
Little bit.
Okay, I got you.
But not like, but wording it in a sense to like, hey, we need to convert this town, but wording it in a way of like volunteers to help keep the peace.
Oh
but
yeah,
they'll know what I mean.
Yeah, that's
Like
you're gonna get
crusade.
missionaries.
Yeah. Like basically, like so, Uktuk being the paladin of Asmodeus, he is. He's for like crushing the heretics, where he'll need people to like help sniff out the heretics.
Yeah. Yeah, you need an inquisitor. Is
Missionaries, like an inquisitor in a group of like small group, nothing big. Just like, this place isn't like terribly big, so enough to get the job done. And then maybe if we get that Iomide church acquisitioned, so to say, we'll have like a group to hold the fort down.
Okay. Is that all you had planned to do today, or are you going to do a crafting activity, or how are you going to fill the rest of your day?
I also did want to check out that ash house.
What about it did you want to do?
Well, the rest of the group have mentioned many times about this ash house, and Uktuk has yet to actually go there.
Okay.
So he just wants to like, hey, Surio, what are you doing today? If I may ask.
I currently don't have any plans, but I might be going out to look and try and find some things. Why?
I was thinking of taking a look at that ash house you lot have been talking about. Do you mind showing it to me?
Sure.
Greatly appreciated.
I mean, she has to go out anyway, so it's probably on the way of where she'd need to be. If Uktuk doesn't mind.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so
He's got an open schedule other than Ash House, and like, I don't know if I want to
missionary
like.
trip.
Well, he's not going on the missionary trip. He just sent a letter.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, also, whoever's keeping track of the candles should mark another use of that.
If anybody else does need to call him today, we can just retcon that you would have called him at the same time.
Okay.
So we can, Suriel, we have a town map now, so you can actually know whether the Ash House is on the way to where you're going.
Yes, that is true.
James, are you putting them notes on the map?
No, that's me.
Okay, could you not use like bright blue? That's very hard to see.
Seafoam blue.
It's like the only thing that's readable over different
Really?
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I
Maybe.
see.
What about like
Because
bright red?
yeah. Praise Asmodeus. Suriel is mostly on her way out to do. It's not like generic shopping, like, oh, I want clothes. No, you'll notice she's specifically looking in places with weapons, useful tools for killing people, those kinds of lovely things. She's trying to stock up for any possible situation, essentially, as much as she can. So I want to see if I can get. I think it was arsenic and belladonna were the two I was looking for. Hello? Okay.
Yeah, those. Yeah. Yeah, you would be able to find those in Cheliax. So at Old Odmer's Tonics. This is the employer of one Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Hey.
He is their
that guy.
pharmacist.
I know that guy. The shittier pub. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
gonna. How much was it?
I did the wrong thing here.
Uh-oh.
I have to edit the map. Number 10 is actually the Longacre Arsenal, which is like a smithy.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, like that's where you would purchase armor and weapons.
Okay.
I transposed it because immediately above it is Longacre Armory, which is the museum.
I see. It does actually look, because we're coming from the jail, so I'd go that
That's very
way.
out of the way.
Yeah.
But that's
There
fine.
we go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
well, I'm not really going to the arsenal. I'm just like any shop that's nearby on the path. I'd look at it.
well, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying is this is a small enough town that like if you want to buy weapons, you go to the weapons store. Like
Yeah. The weapons.
This is like a town in Final Fantasy.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's a good size reference for me. Because yeah, I'd just essentially be going over here.
Actually, like looking at the overhead map, this is about like this is Whiterun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that gives me an even better image in my head of exactly how big this place is. There's
Yeah,
no
so
Cloud
like
District, though.
like the general store would have like the kind of implements that can be used as weapons, like axes and knives and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh,
if you
no.
want a sword, you have to go to the arsenal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But first up is definitely Dr. Toboggan, because I didn't look at the words you typed in chat and cross-reference it with the map until.
Yeah. This is the employer of Dr. Mantis Toboggan. He is not currently working.
Whoops up now.
He is like he is the supervisor of the pharmacy, but he works the night shift. So yes, if you go by in the morning, there is a different doctor.
Yeah, it would be like a little bit after we woke up, like after kind of everyone dispersed, because Suriel does not like waking up early.
Yeah, if you go there during the daytime, the Odmer's Tonics, you will find Caecilius Odmer, the proprietor,
Hello.
manning the counter.
I think I know that guy. Yeah, no, just some arsenic and belladonna. I don't think there would really be much conversation. Suriel's Uktuk, you actually notice that Suriel's very focused. She occasionally actually forgets you're there, not in a mean way, but she's zoned out for the most part, thinking about exactly what she needs for what situation and where she needs to go.
Yeah, both of those are plentifully available at Odmer's Tonics. Like he has it. It's it's under the counter, but you can buy as much as you want. Like that's the level of security involved. Yeah. But yeah, as many doses as you want. Deduct that much gold, and next errand.
Yeah, next errand. Like I said, it's mostly just window shopping at this point. It would just be on the way around, back towards the Ash House if I were to see anything interesting that might catch Suriel's eye. What would I need to roll for that?
Ouch. That would really depend on like what you mean by would catch your eye, like something shiny or like a piece of lore that might be interesting.
Actually, kind of a little bit of both, whichever one comes first, and depending on my roll, I would actually say a piece of lore actually be the best. Bella, please. I like lore. Suriel likes having information, so yeah, lore is the better option.
Okay. So roll me a diplomacy to collect information.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 24. Thank God.
That is good. Okay. So just in the course of poking around and chatting, you are able to collect some rumors.
Oh.
Yeah. Rumors including a few people around town are claiming to have seen an angel. Like not the angel knight, like an actual angel.
Okay. That's a little bit scary.
Yeah, there is also talk that there is a secret outlaw camp in the woods where rebels are stashing weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, like nobody has like hard information on where these weapons are coming from, where this fort is, like who's doing it, like none of that, but like
it's all just rumors.
It's rumors.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of juicy bits and bobs there.
You know, Suriel actually has a little book that she writes this stuff down in. She has a lot going on, so she obviously won't be able to remember all this. So Uksuki will actually see her writing stuff down as after talking to people and you're walking away, she's actually keeping notes. And if you didn't think she was diligent before, it's kind of a little bit more obvious now.
Okay.
Yeah, ooh, I remember the other thing for your role.
Yes.
Yeah. So as you are going through the effort that you would do to be able to pick up this information from people, a few people just seem to kind of as a non sequitur just whisper seemingly to you that secrets are power.
Oh. Okay. It's a little. Okay.
Yeah, like a person would be talking to someone else and you're overhearing them say, "Yeah, so I heard that somebody is stealing axes from the general store and stashing them out in this hut. Also, secrets are power." And it's wild because no one knows where they're coming from.
Okay.
Like, that happens a couple of times.
She'll keep that one in. Just
Does
squints
Uktuk over
into
here
the.
that?
Oh yeah, would Uktuk over here?
Roll me a perception.
Oh jeez.
Could I actually roll a
11.
perception?
No.
Okay.
No.
Could I actually roll a perception to see if, like, the first couple times Suriel would actually look around? So, to see if she sees anything.
Yeah, roll me a perception.
That's perception. That's a 17.
As you do this, yeah, everything appears normal. Like, the person saying it doesn't look at you or, like, in any way divert from their conversation. It's just like there's a pause in their dialogue for a moment. You can hear that whisper, and then they resume normal dialogue.
Is very off kilter for a little bit. For the first, like, roundabout around the town, talking to these people on the way back to the Ash House. Because the Ash House is very far. It
Yeah.
is. So I'm thinking it would actually be like a full round of the town. Just picking up as much as she possibly could before heading on the way out. But,
Yeah,
I feel like
and as you're doing that, where is number 15? Where's 15 on the map?
15 is way out in the woods on the bottom right.
yeah, the old lodge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that is actually up on a high ridge that overlooks the whole town.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And from the aspect of literally looking down over everybody, that would also make an excellent location for a temple to Asmodeus, where he can literally look down on the town.
But which
Just
one
imagine-
is bigger?
Well, that's the thing, is this is a location. Like, you could bulldoze like acres of woodland on this ridge to build a fucking palace if you wanted to.
Yeah, but Asmodeus loves taking things, or Asmodeus churches love being former other gods' churches.
Well, I guess
And
we'll have
so
to
if it's an
investigate to see what
Iomade
it was.
church, oh man, that'd be great.
We'll have to investigate and see what it is. If
See,
if it
I
comes
was
up.
imagining, like, leave it vacant and let nature take it, while Asmodeus's house looks down on the whole town, not just the church grounds, the whole town.
Okay, better idea. Why not both?
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. I just thought that would be an interesting bit to add to your mix. Yeah. So
That does sound like something Uktuk would notice. What the fuck is that?
well, it's just this old hunting lodge, but it's up on this ridge that overlooks the town. So so anywhere in the town you can see it from. It's a great view from there, and it was a church of Erastil, and they just abandoned it to the wilderness and moved away.
Oh yeah, because it's a hunting lodge. So okay.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
you
but
spell Erastil, please?
Erastil is the lawful good deity of, like, hunting and community and raising a family and shit. Like, it's
I see. Okay.
yeah, it's this lawful good, like, your duty is to tend the next generation like a crop and also tend the literal crops.
Farmer
And
shit.
yeah. And then like you farm for your vegetables, but you hunt for your meat is the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Erastil is a nature god, so he wants, like, if you want to eat, you have to do it as a predator, not as a farmer.
Get behind
Cool.
that.
Yeah. Anyway, Yeah.
This is why I roll things. And then we make our way to the Ash House.
Yeah, which Uktuk, as you approach, it is very clear that at some point in the past, this was a lavish country house, like this is an old plantation house for a wealthy family to summer at. And half of it burned down 80 years ago, and ever since, like, the husk of it has been used as a squat house for, like, local ne'er-do-wells and teens. So there's like a lot of drugs have been done there by drifters.
A lot of drugs are still being done there.
Yeah, a lot of teens losing their virginity there.
Probably not the best to sleep in the bed.
Yeah, and as of your hiring 3 days ago, the legal property of Simri Stalish.
Who?
That she is a local ne'er-do-well, as previously mentioned, who brought Charlie and Suriel and Regulus into this gig at the beginning of the adventure. In the episode where we did the oaths and everything. Yeah, Simri, as part of as a finder's fee for her, like, she got offered a salary as well. She also got given this ruin as her home.
I don't know what she's gonna do with it.
So many things she can do with it.
I'm
sure Suriel is telling Uktuk a couple little stories here and there of the stupid shenanigans that happened while they were at the Ash House for the first, like, what was it? 2 days?
Yeah. Before having the bunkhouse at the jail, this is where the PCs were sleeping.
This was the original, the OG home.
Yeah, some of these rooms are just open to the wilderness.
So Uktuk just looks at all this and goes like, "So what? It just belongs to this who again?"
Semri. Yes.
Oh, that's annoying.
Well, she is a little bit annoying, if I'm guessing based by your standards. But she was good for what she needed to do, and she did help us, so. She might even help you out if you need some help with something. As long as you pay her, of course.
Get help from a ne'er-do-well.
Do you...
Well, I mean, like, use former ne'er-do-well. Now, by virtue of having the backing of the state, is a legitimate agent of the state. Yeah, in game terms, she is a rogue, and she ambushed and murdered 2 deputies before the rest of the deputies jumped the party.
Yeah. Suriel's just flashing back to that moment where they're all covered in blood, carrying she who shall not be named's body, and Simri just comes around the corner like, "Hey guys, what the fuck?"
Yeah, like, fighting 4 of them with 4 PCs was a tough fight, and Simri beat 2 of them by herself.
So, yeah, she does not play. It's like, either you can pay her or you can give her drugs. I think it depends on her mood. We didn't get to talk to her much, but she was fun to have around.
I see.
Yeah, she's the kind of person you can point at a problem, and if that problem can be solved by stabbing, then your problem is solved, because she will stab somebody for you.
Well, Uktuk doesn't need help with stabbing people. He can just take care of that himself.
Oh yeah, no, like, Simri's who you go to if you want to, like, break into somebody's house and slit their throat while they're sleeping.
She's a rogue.
Why would Uktuk want to do that? That's no fun.
Because you want somebody dead without it legally tying back to you. So you hire a third party to do it for you in a way that you would never do, because
does not understand assassination. Got it.
Want to do it quiet? You want it quiet? No one notices? And a rogue.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean specifically, like, if you want somebody killed in a way that any medical inspection would never assume Uktuk was responsible for.
So no head bashed in, missing limbs, bisected bodies,
Yeah, like, if they bring in a body that just has a small incision in between, like, the second and third rib, and they bled out, like, their immediate first thought is going to be, well, Uktuk didn't do this.
Well, that definitely was not Uktuk.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Well, if Uktuk wanted someone dead, he'd want to make sure everyone knows.
Yeah.
But like, let's say it was somebody who, because they have social power, your accusations wouldn't, like, work against. Like, they could just say fuck off.
Accusations.
Like, if you try to challenge them to a fight, they can just say, no, fuck you.
Challenge?
Challenge.
What? No.
That was Serial subtly hinting at
grab, drag away, and then torture for maybe a day or two. There we go.
Okay, so let me provide a more direct example. Say you wanted to have the Baron killed.
I would never.
Let's say you did, hypothetically.
I mean, hypothetically.
Uktuk's way is you break into the house, and then the, like, 4 other people like Simri that he has as his personal bodyguard peel your dick like a banana.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It sounds hurty.
Yeah. That would be a situation where you go, hey, Simri, you kill him. That's all I'm saying.
You're not getting. Well, you might. Who knows? But that was Serial's not so subtle way of saying, like, she can do things you can't.
No, I'm not that impressed. I don't know her.
I mean, I think that's kind of the point of how she works.
In the sense that Uktuk's not the best people person.
Yeah, right?
What? A 7-foot scar-ridden orc of Asmodeus? Not a people person? Wow.
That's charisma. I don't know.
Charisma, but it's not doing nothing for you right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Got a whole bar full of people to surrender.
But anyways, Serial's gonna just kind of point like, yeah, this is the Ash House. The last time we were here, Charlie had to kill the ghost of the previous owner. We still have that ring.
The bathroom was haunted. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, the bathroom was haunted.
The bathroom was haunted.
The bathroom was haunted, yes.
What did the previous owner slip and fall in a tub?
There's not it's called the Ash House because it was burned down previously because the original owners were traitors to the war and everyone died inside.
Yeah. They backed one of House Thruin's competitors during the Civil War, and then after that, just mysteriously the manor house burned down with most of the family in it.
You know how those things happen.
Completely unrelated incident.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. And that's the kind of task you send a person like Simri for.
An act of a deity.
Clearly.
Act of gods and or goddesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, like the
gender.
Thryns didn't have them executed. It was just a fire, and they were all trapped inside. And it's a tragedy, but not my fault. Sorry.
So unfortunate.
Definitely wasn't having my political opponents executed.
They did at all.
'Cause that's
no
illegal.
way.
That's naughty.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the kind of person Simri is. Anyway. And yeah, that is the Ash House. It is like half burned down. It's like been overgrown with ivy and vines, and like anything that's not structure has long rotted away because the fire was 80 years ago.
Actually gonna go inside and actually wait, Jess, have we been able to actually go back and get the stuff from the cabinet?
Yeah, I grabbed it last game.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I couldn't remember if
So
we
I
took
have-
that or not.
I have my stuff.
Yeah, she retrieved the contraband.
That's when and then I left a letter for Simmery saying like, hey, we got our shit. And then I left a dose of quat for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think at this point, because we talked about this after games, James, Serial's gonna turn to Uktuk and be like, well, I've had an odd day. Did you hear any whispering earlier?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a walk and just think about some things. So I'll be back. And she just wanders off. She goes back towards the town, not into the forest. She's smart. She's not gonna go off by herself in the middle of a place that she doesn't know.
All right. I think after that, Uktuk wants to eye up that Iomade church, just kind of case the joint.
Nice.
Okay.
Just stand outside and just kind of stare at it and observe.
Humming to himself.
You have warfare lore, yeah?
I do not.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
What is? You have hell lore. That's
I have
right.
Hell's War.
Well, roll me that because this is going to be in the context of breaching the walls of heaven. So I'll count it.
19.
It's a stretch, but fuck it, I'm God. 19, you say?
19.
Okay. So you scope the area out. I am going to take us to the map of it.
Oh man.
And yeah, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let you see the whole map of the building and anything you want to know about it.
I don't know if you saw the
No, we
map.
the map. I don't think they did.
I don't think he did.
Well, I haven't gotten us there yet because I'm gonna cover up the parts that you can't see into.
I have a very intimate knowledge with this building.
Yeah, you have been inside this building.
Weren't you in a blind panic the whole time you were there?
But I did actually look around. Well, the first time when I walked in, I did actually look around. The second time on the way out, I was in a blind panic, yes. Not so blind, because I stole something, but hey.
I think you had a panic attack after that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not laughing at,
Yeah, that was
a panic attack. I'm laughing.
Yeah, that was the stressful
chaos.
episode.
Yeah, in and out of character, I had a panic attack. You can laugh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Huh?
Alright, so I am taking just a second to hide some areas, but I will reveal the rest. And then, yeah, and then any questions you have, I will see what I can give you. There we go. On roll 20, we are now looking at the church grounds, as it were.
Yeah, so like Uktuk's like we're here. Like down
Yeah,
there.
so in terms of scoping the area, like what are you looking for?
Just like people coming in and out. Is it like busy? Like what can I gather from it's like spending like a number of hours outside of it?
So you can observe the comings and goings, and you know what, I don't know why I had to do hell. Like religion would also work here. To observe.
Religion would have been one less.
Well, I meant like roll it for this.
Oh, for this?
Like to observe the comings and goings of
Oh, I'm gonna
an
use a
Iomedean
hero
congregation.
point.
No, like make a new roll is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I rolled a
Did you
3,
roll
so
bad?
I'm gonna roll a hero
Oh
point.
no! Oh.
That's not a whole lot better, but 11.
So you can gather from the comings and goings. They are there throughout most of the day. It seems that Talavia Alamar, the cleric who gave the speech at the beginning of all of this, where the helmet got stolen, yeah, she is the head of the church here, and the only other two clergy members, as in clerics, are her twin sons, Loran and Lacal. Other than them, there are a few like people who have roles in the church but aren't like official clergy, like like a deacon.
Can you
Or
repeat the names of the children?
yeah, Loran, Loran, and Lacal, Lacall. And they are identical twins. Suriel, if you remember earlier, this was the set of twins that you interacted with when entering this building the first time. So remember, one guy got pulled off by the distraction, and then the replacement looked exactly like him. Same twins.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, oh no. Not here. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. So in the meantime, what's Aldrich's day?
Monorail.
Are you just grifting all day?
Aldrich would like to try and speak to the mayor and sell them on electric lighting for Longacre.
Okay. So, I want you to roll me a engineering lore, a deception, and a society.
What, deception? Come on.
Do you actually intend to construct this system?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're not trying to like con the mayor. You're trying to get a contract.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a contract.
Okay,
I mean,
so
who knows how reliable it'll be, hence monorail.
engineering lore, diplomacy, and the third one.
Okay. Engineering. I got a 20. Diplomacy. I have a +0. So that's a 12. That's better than average. I won't use a hero point. And society. I'm going to use a hero point on that one.
Okay.
24 on society.
Okay. So the sum of that is that your plan is of interest. Like the mayor likes the idea. But from seeing it, they just don't have the money, and he couldn't the effect will be really good, but not measurable enough to justify asking for a loan against the town or anything. So he likes your idea and it would work, but they just don't have the money.
Well, Aldrich's day is ruined.
Yeah, if you had rolled good on the diplomacy, there could have been some discretionary funds that you convince him to dip into, but
yeah, see, part of my pitch was you're paying a lamplighter right now. You wouldn't have to do that ever again.
yeah, but the lamplighter guy is in the Porters Union.
Technically, they are saving money.
Well, also he's in the union, so you can't just eliminate that job.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's called corruption, Sweaty.
Yeah.
Just be evil, duh.
Yeah, this country is top to bottom lawful evil. It's at every stage.
Okay, fine. I'll take my services elsewhere. Is there still time for me to look for work doing something else?
Yeah. Yeah, since the mayor didn't buy your pitch, I would say you have enough time to earn income in a more conventional manner.
Okay, yeah, let's call it crafting. I'm just gonna make some stuff.
Okay.
Some basic stuff. So I need a task level.
You are able to find your choice of first or second level tasks.
Let's go for the second level.
All right. Good luck.
Crafting. I have succeeded.
Hey.
All right.
16 is the DC.
It is indeed. So you have successfully earned income for a day.
Huzzah!
Man, you guys out here making money, and I'm out here having crises.
This is also how Aldrich eats.
Oh.
Ghost stick.
I'm pursuing my unfinished business by trying to establish a reputation. And if I don't, it's like not eating for someone who's alive.
All right.
Wait, what would happen if we're traveling for a couple days and you're unable to do that?
If we're traveling in pursuit of something that will help me build a reputation or make connections within the government, it counts.
Okay.
Also, field testing equipment also counts.
But a downtime day where I just do nothing, I would start to starve.
Oh yeah, I was just if you'd spent a whole day walking and you just bought a jump jet and you just periodically test it throughout the day, and that counts.
Yeah, so that's Aldrich's day.
Okay. So Suriel, the thing that you missed during your brief absence was that Uktuk scoped out the church and found out that the twins that you met when you went down there the day, those are the twin sons of Taleva Alamar, Loron and Lakal. And by their roles in the ceremonies throughout the day, they are also clerics.
Mm-hmm. I remember all of this information.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it was a lucky natural 20.
Yeah, and Uktuk, your observance of the place, like it seems like they run pretty regular services, like the daytime ones, pretty sparsely attended, but being wheel day, like there's a lot of midnight mass folks, because like the morning of Oath Day is like when oaths are sworn, so like that's a big deal for that faith. It's a big day for Asmodeus too. Actually, they share a Sabbath.
It is.
Yeah, Oath Day is the day that legal contracts of all type are signed traditionally.
There they share a day.
Yeah. So yeah, if you wait, you can see the like evening mass crowd is pretty big because like this is Saturday night Catholic Church.
I know exactly what that means.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what you observe is like as it creeps to dinner time, like the crowd starts to go. The service is during a normal meal time because like of course the Church of Iomade is going to be a pain in the ass about that.
So Uktuk's not exactly making an effort to make himself hidden, but he's not like purposefully standing out.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're just kind loitering.
Yeah, I'm just kind of there watching the building.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say mechanically in that case is like people coming and going from the building observe you, but in neither case is anybody rolling any checks. So yeah, anybody that came and went would like, oh yeah, I saw an orc, but like I'm not gonna ask you to roll
There's an
intimidate
Asmodean dude outside.
Side of the church.
Because Uktuk proudly displays his now very shiny Asmodean symbol.
And this is a Church of Iomade in Cheliax. You think you're the first one?
Yeah, well, no, but like I'm not making an effort to hide myself, is what I'm saying.
Like there's two other people who show up with like tunics that have the symbol of Asmodeus embroidered on it that just go there to stand out front of it like it's an abortion clinic.
Look at each other.
Like they're not yelling or like they're just standing there and wearing the symbol. Like when they get there, they just like make eye contact, one nod, and then they just silently stand there the whole night.
Yep. Nod. Nod.
You have a posse.
Yo, wait. Roll to gain followers?
Roll to gain followers.
Wait, that's a check, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Roll me a diplomacy, please.
Fuck yeah.
Please.
What do they call that? Cronies or
something like that. Cronies? All right, diplomacy. You said. Roll my.
Yeah. Roll me a diplomacy.
Blue dice. It's blue, so that means it's lucky.
Nice.
13.
Okay, not that bad.
Not terrible.
Could be better.
Yeah.
Does Uktuk make friends this day at least?
I probably they're just kind of there.
So one of them is like an old lady, like who is just there to like be there. The other one is a younger dude, and as he like when you guys part ways, like doesn't say anything, but like flashes his like I'm in the guard insignia.
And he'll just nod, and I'll flash my my agent symbol.
He knows who you are.
Right.
You know he knows who you are.
That's like walking by a guard in Skyrim, and the guard is saying,
"Oh, what's wrong?
Hail
Someone
Sithis,"
stole your sweet roll."
or
Yeah.
Hail Sithis.
Yeah, this is him saying, "Hey, like, I'm in the guard also, so like, if you need some like
Yo, this
extra
isn't
shit
fucking
done,
Boy's Uncle,
Hit me
is
up.
it? That'd be funny as fuck.
My nugget?
I mean, it's possible. His uncle is on the guard, as previously established.
Right.
It's
Right,
true.
But he's saying like if you need someone to do some extra shit, I'm your guy.
Right.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
So I have a guy on the inside. Excellent. Even though I'm on the inside.
Yeah, like the guard all are there to like follow your orders in terms of like you walk this patrol and you dig a trench or whatever. He's saying like, but also if you need to hide a body, like I'm your
Yo,
guy.
we tight.
Look,
Yeah.
I know like 70 different ways to dissolve human bones.
Like he is hoping that by making himself useful to you, he can then gain favor for himself.
And that's definitely one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helping
I
Uktuk
know a
hide a
guy
body.
that knows a guy.
Yeah, like as Modius has a butler. If you make yourself useful,
I'll make note to remember this guy.
Oh,
I don't
now
ask
gotta
for
get
a
me
name, but I'll like try
you'll
to
remember his face.
I actually just said, no, you gotta make a name right as you said, I won't ask for a name.
No, all Uktuk requires is a quiet respect nod.
Slow motion, walk by each other in opposite directions.
Well, all right.
I think after Suriel's walk, when she's done having a crisis, this is when my role last week for when she went to the library, quote unquote library, would come in, and she'd be doing a little bit of research on some gods.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and I said Suriel would be able to find any of the information up to a given point on Norgorber's like lore entry
Table
on
of
Archives of
Contents.
Nethys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Great.
anything before that Suriel knows.
Mhm.
I wonder if any of that feels relevant right now.
Yeah, I wonder. No, none of it at all is ever. What are you talking
Interesting.
about? What? There's no way any of that information is relevant. Suriel says to herself as she looks up at the ceiling. And then she'd make her way back back to the. Well, actually, I think she'd try and look for Charlie first.
Charlie's walking down the cobblestone walkway. I see her pass like the butcher shop, and she's kind of like in a little like not a dance walk, but just kind of like there's a skip in her step.
Yeah, she's pep in her step.
Yeah, there's a little hip hip in her step, and all of a sudden she looks up. She's like, "Oh shit! Hey, what's up?"
It's been a weird day. Where did you go?
And she's like wiping her face off. Sorry, I hit my mic. And she's wiping her face off with all the makeup to kind of hide her. And like she, like, will start pulling off the handkerchief and the wig off, in an alley. She'll just be like, "Yo, I made so much money. I have a new pair of shoes, and this dude just." I don't know. He's got a fucking hole in his pocket. This dude just has coins everywhere. I don't understand how he doesn't fucking see it on the floor. But I got so much money. It's just like She's just like, holy shit, it worked. Especially with that nat 20.
Yeah,
Right,
like you earned wages, but then also stole
wages.
and like a sixth of your weekly pay for your Thrune agent work.
Jeez. So
Yeah, so it's not a lot, but like this
it's
is a lot of
something.
money to her regardless.
Yeah, like to just like that's a windfall that like that's a great day. Anyway.
In Charlie's eyes, it's like, oh, I don't know why, but today's gonna be a great day. I hope you
Yeah.
guys know that.
Oh, so Charlie did a little cocaine.
Just a little bit of pep, a step in my step, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, you got the coin.
Might
If
as
you
well.
wanted some, in 1E they had inspiration dust that was definitely cocaine.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, she would have definitely gotten some. She has quat too, so I don't know. Maybe she would have mixed a little bit of each.
Well, quat's quaaludes. You don't want to mix uppers and downers because
That's
like
not
Oh,
a
that's
fun
I
okay.
didn't know they were cool.
Yo, but 1E also had some crazy magic drugs too, so
yeah, it did.
I don't remember them, but I remember them being crazy.
I'm looking forward
It
to
was
listening back
wild.
to the Twitch channel and hearing myself saying, I don't know why, but today's gonna be a great day. Like I'm just excited to hear.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Sir,
Anyway,
Charlie,
Surreal's in a
Charlie
little bit
does
of
crack.
a better mood.
Yeah, so that's yeah, so that's a day of
Oh,
downtime. Everyone gets stuff done.
I want to do one more thing.
Okay.
After everyone like comes back to the jailhouse, like at the end of the day, Uktuk's like, well, I don't know, when we like come end the day and everyone's like back at the, to end the day. And then like Uktuk's like sitting, like, is there newspapers? Does this town have a newspaper?
No.
Oh.
It's like a town crier situation.
Okay. Well, he's reading
sitting at the table with the town crier.
He's reading something. I don't know what. Doesn't matter. And he's like eating a bowl of porridge for dinner. And then like he sees Charlie walks in. He just immediately goes, "Oh, I see you got a new pair of shoes. Good."
And she'll jump and kick her heels, and then she'll rub her nose and go, yeah, I gotta look at these fucking shoes, man.
Should work on your jacket next.
Hey, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
This goes back to his porridge.
Wow.
Charlie will remember this.
I imagine Surreal just walked in and that's all she hears.
You should work on your jacket next.
Next. It's like, what the fuck?
Surreal's like, the fuck, Uktuk? Fucking savage.
It's like, she's like, my clothes look great. What are you talking about?
Before we stop, 2 questions. Did we speak to Razalago?
Yeah, when Uktuk made the call earlier.
Oh, Uktuk would have asked about that package, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll like slide in the chair while he's eating porridge. Hey man, hey, wait. Razalago tell you anything?
What did Razalago say?
Razalago said that the package had been delivered.
Yep, package has been delivered.
Damn.
Anything else?
Amazon
nope.
Same day.
God damn it. She'll get up and like...
You didn't ask about anything else.
Yeah, well, it's fucking implied. And
no, it is not implied with devils. You have to be very literal. Why does no one understand that?
So you're gonna suck my dick one day and you're gonna like it. And she doesn't know what she's saying.
Surreal's just in the corner taking off her coat like I understand how they I'm literally one of them.
Just like glances back at you. Right. just confused because like you're just kind of suddenly there and like right.
She's been really quiet since she came in.
Like all of a sudden you appear like
wasn't talking to you, Serial.
Charlie's like rummaging through her bag and stuff. I don't know if you want to do this in the next game or off recording. But, like there was that whole bunch of contraband. There was like some books and a scroll.
Yeah, there's a book I wanted to look at.
Yeah.
Does Uktuk
yeah,
smell contraband?
We could do that at a later time. I figure.
We can go through the contraband off air. That's I feel like we already did a day of shopping on air. We
had a really good day.
Yeah, I want to do something besides go through the contraband in the next one. So
we have to do shenanigans now.
That was fun. Everyone like had their little
thing.
Yeah. Serial had a really good one.
Don't mind her. She's just having a crisis in the corner again. It's normal.
You're gonna be like a nail biter, like a Serial, like a nail biter. She's just sitting in the corner, just kind of like.
Fuck. She's actively listening for things now.
Oh my god.
Gears.
Gears. Did you put that? You have to put that also in the Twitch chat so we don't sound like lunatics for laughing at nothing.
I feel like that's on brand.
I'll figure it out.
I think we're done.
It's a little ghost. It's a little ghost at a lemonade stand. The lemonade is crossed out and it says Gears above it.
It's so cute.
Like the Addams Family, where they had the lemonade stand outside the motel.
Yeah,
but like they're trying to sell clockwork contraptions.
Aww.
Would you say
I made
that
a wind-up dog walking thing?
Oh.
Would you say that Aldrich does ghost punk instead of steampunk? All right.
No.
Sorry.
You're in timeout.
Okay.
I would say he does have a lemonade stand, but don't ghost drink ectoplasm.
No, it's high C ectocooler. Clearly.
Yeah, that's. Wait, what did you think that was?
Yeah, you think it was like lime? Nah.
Look, I'm just thinking about flavor.
Ghost extract.
Yeah, and like ectocooler was the flavor of ectoplasm. That's why it was called that.
I take Aldrich in both hands and like twist him like a rag and wring him out.
Oh yeah, you're like
when he rings him out.
You're like Fry when he gets addicted to Slurm.
Oh god.
Oh.
It was a fantastic episode.
It was.
God, I have to homebrew Slurm as a drug now, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Specifically for Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie's gonna be one of those like Mountain Dew chicks that just like wakes up in the morning, cracks Mountain Dew.
Nah, she's gonna be addicted to Baja Blast.
Yo,
me,
Baja Blast
me
is
on
the best.
active duty in 2007 when my blood was 20% Monster Energy drink by volume.
God. Jesus Christ.
I had a 120-hour work week. I was like another 2 or 3 years at that job, and I would have been doing truck stop speed. Like,
oh man,
yeah.
No,
being in the military is a bad time. Anyway,
the more you know, guys.
Yeah.
That's the episode.
Yeah. Remember, kids, the military is a scam. Brought to you by a fucking Marine.
Is the title of this episode Truck Stop Speed?
Maybe. Also brought to you by characters who literally work for the state.
Yeah.
How about speed is power?
Speed is power.
There you go.
I wish titles like in podcasts and stuff, could be like strike through, and then you would put knowledge and strike through the knowledge, and then speed is power.
Well, as noted earlier in the episode, secrets are also power.
Look, I already have
What if
enough
secrets were
things
speed?
in my head.
What if speed's the secret?
If we have the need for speed.
Can that be the title? What if speed was secret?
That can be the subtitle.
What if the speed was secret? Anyways, I'm ending recording.
Okay, I actually like the
and...
what if the speed was secret.
What if the speed was secret? Da, 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 da.
We gotta stop recording and just.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, oh.
I forgot that the other episode was called Literal Burner Phone.
God, I still think that was just a prime title.
No,
Chef Kiss.
Look, the prime title was "You've Got Boring Stuff." Okay.
Yeah.
Boring stuff. Yeah.
I think that is. Actually, I don't know, because and take names is really good.
That's it. There's like a tier list. The top 5. We gotta make a top 5 tier list of best episode names.
And in between, when we level up, we should have we could have an episode kind of like this where we're just BSing and talk about the top 5 title names and what did we what was the
what
best
did we
part
learn?
What did we learn?
How did we grow as players?
Recap.
Because
so we'll do a post career retrospective when we get a fan. How about that?
Yeah.
I told my friend Jeremy I said, hey, I'm playing on Twitch tonight. You should go and listen to me play and listen to me sound like a complete youper. And he's like, okay. So
but you sound like that normally.
Yeah, well, I feel like
only a true friend.
Yeah, only a true friend would. Yeah. He's like, but I'm used to it. I'm like, dude.
Oh God, I'm looking at drugs, and man, the entry for Blood Sap is funny. Because it gives you wine mom teeth.
Nice.
What episode are we on again? Or was this?
It was 11. Yeah, episode 11. Speed is power.
Speed is power. What if the speed was power? Okay. It has to be whispered every time though. Speed is.
Oh, that's
gonna
right.
be our motto.
It's because I forgot to save the episode 10. Oh, that's so annoying that I forgot to save that.
Look, I'm just gonna say, still to this day, as much as I love the episode names, You've Got Boring Stuff, and Did You Just Call Me Father? No One Is Coming is just my favorite.
No one is coming.
No one is coming.
Now the question is, did we spell it COMING or CU?
Yeah.
I think we have to spell the first one.
Yeah, because it won't be the innuendo it is.
Right. I needed to double check because it wouldn't have been the same.
Oh,
Although I forget what episode it was where I wanted to call it the Fucklechucks because I said, that'll get past the censors.
Yeah.
And then James was like, it still has the word fuck in it. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I titled episode 3 We're the Chuckle Fucks, but it's not spelled out, so I think that'll do.
Yeah.
Censorship wise.
Yeah, that'll do.
I use the at symbol, pound sign, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. But my personal favorite is One Entire Round of Combat.
One entire round of combat.
Look,
right.
There have been days back in the day, it was I think it was still 3.5 edition, where an entire 4-hour session was a single combat. One thing of combat.
Oh, I know, but
and it was mostly because we were fighting skeletons. No one had blunt weapons. Everyone was rolling like shit.
Yeah.
So like nothing, like hours of nothing being done, and then the cleric of the party was like, "I'll try to turn undead," and still nothing would happen.
Didn't work.
And it's
Bro.
like, we finally beat them. It's 10 o'clock. We gotta go home. What?
Oh yeah, no, like that was like first edition Pathfinder could be like that too, especially when you got to like 12th and 13th level. Like,
well, at that point, it's expected that if you don't beat a thing of combat in 2 rounds, you're doing something wrong.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but like you can go into a session and expect one combat to take 3 hours.
Sure, but that's like if you've got like the party properly buffed and like actually prepared, and it's like 2 rounds, and that should be fine. And if it's more than that,
depends on what it is.
and actually, I looked around for second edition, that up to 3 rounds. And if you're doing more than 3 rounds, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that philosophy.
I mean, Pathfinder 1, he was all about min-maxing. Like,
It didn't have to be though. Like
that's what it was
how
about.
you
They
play
looked at what was it like, second edition? They were like, that's not min-maxing enough. We could min-max more.
That's no, like that's all in how the GM tunes the encounter. That's like that is so subjective.
Min-maxing though. Got to dip in that rank of monk so you can have crane style.
Everyone sort of needed to be on the same page of how much you're min-maxing. Otherwise, you'd have like the one person who's really trying just dominate combat, or the enemies destroy everyone, or are too easy. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
I do.
Yeah. Yes, and that's why I like a standardized method of stat generation for PCs in second edition of Pathfinder, because like there's no are you rolling and taking and dropping the lowest, or is it a point? Like there's one way.
Yeah, that's nice.
Anyway.
You know, there's no bullshit, because Schleiss has been and had DMs from the server we used to be on, where it's like, oh, everyone wants to roll, or does everyone want to do like point buy? Oh, we'll roll. Okay, and then someone rolls like really good stats, and they're like, yeah, drop your score down to like 12, and it's like, but why? Because.
Yeah, it's like, why are we rolling stats?
It's like, why are we even rolling if you don't want us to have good stats?
There's a way to make it fair, guys. You don't roll.
Yeah.
Why give us the choice if you're just gonna take it away? Why punish me for being good? I'm a barbarian. What does it matter if I have good charisma?
Lucky.
Well, that's for being lucky, because you can't be good at rolling dice.
Right. What I meant to say was, why are you punishing me for rolling good numbers?
There you go. That's
and
better.
it's like, well, and it's like, well, what if there's a person that rolled bad numbers? Like, well, that's not. Well, they knew the risk.
Yeah, and that's why I don't do that. Like I have never run a game and rolled for ability scores ever.
Oh, for the longest time, after a while in first edition, I would just do standard array. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
Oh, I would just tell my players, like, make them add up to this total.
I think the elite array was like 7. It was like those numbers plus 2. If the DM wanted, like, hey, this is like a cool group, have the elite array.
Yeah, I would be like, just the sum of your ability scores should be 72 or something like that, and that way everyone has the same total, and it's how you distribute them.
Right.
And that's all by choice, not chance.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna gonna get up for, let's call it like 15. Stretch the legs and back and let the animals out and whatnot.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Yeah.
We'll get some spotted cow.
All right. So yeah, we'll be back to get rolling at 20 after. But good sesh, everybody.
Mic on. Mic feedback off.
Hey, hey, hey. Everybody back.
Back. I'm back
Hello.
at least.
It's really funny because right as you started singing, I was singing myself as I walked in my room. So it harmonized.
Is very generous of you to call
You're
what
welcome.
I did singing.
You're welcome.
Are we still streaming on Twitch?
That is a Grapes question, I think.
Yeah, it's my understanding that the whole thing goes up as one block, so like it's been going this whole time.
Okay. My friend Jeremy's like, I didn't hear you guys. Are you still playing? Pre-show setup, it says on top.
Yeah, we are coming back from intermission now.
He hears this now, so that's good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Jeremy. Chuckafucks. The Pathfinders.
Gonna be real
Pathenders,
anxious
sorry.
about acting normal right now.
You act normal?
No,
says
but
it's
I feel
super
anxiety
quiet.
about it.
Yeah. I am currently trying to find where I put Bella's new treats that I literally just bought. It is not a small box, so I'm confused on why it's missing.
Yeah.
This so he Jeremy said it's still super quiet.
All
Don't know
right,
if-
let me
don't know if there's a setting.
let me see if now that I've figured out my other mic was just at minimum volume all the time. Let me see if this actually works for Discord now. All right. Am I audible?
I can hear you.
Any different than before?
Say you, Jeremy.
A little bit more echoey on our end, but that's...
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I got radio silence on his end.
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
This is what troubleshoots for. Oh my god. Huh. Suffering. Oh, that's not cooked all the way through. Oh no.
Who knows? Did you cook that's not cooked all the way?
These seafood croquets I have, they have... at least they still taste good.
It's just like the temperature.
Yeah. It's nice and warm on the outside and then freezing cold on the inside.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare with seafood.
Yeah.
Like, I am literal. I've had nightmares about that.
Ugh, that does not sound like fun. Yes, YouTube, I'm still watching the video.
Coincidentally, I don't eat seafood, so...
Oh.
Yeah, like, at all. Ever. It grosses me right the hell out.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I absolutely love seafood. But growing up, I could not... nope, it was not for me.
Yeah, like, I'm, like... The sight, the smell, the texture, like, at every conceivable level, the consumption of seafood just squicks me out. And I do not see that ever changing.
I'll just eat sushi by myself, don't worry. Like...
Yeah, I've done that a lot. Most sushi places will also bring you, like, a whole mess of gyoza, so, like, I'm fine. I'll eat that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just like Asian food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, it's...
I can show you the world. Anyway. Moving on. Show stuff.
Yeah, food, obviously. We're just gonna... This next episode is us going from tavern to tavern, trying out all the drinks and all the different food.
Well, there are 2 taverns, so this is a real mini series.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Short
literal
one.
tavern to other tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, one of them is listed as the shitty one.
We'll do that one first.
Yeah. There's the shitty... Well, there's The Last Stand, the bar where you literally bludgeoned the owner unconscious. And then the other shittier pub. So...
The one that I didn't jump out the window of.
Well, yeah, but, like...
Yet.
Like, by what I'm drawing attention to is, by inference, Last Stand is the good one. And...
Is it really?
You had to subdue the owner in a drunken rage in the, like, on the bar floor.
Then again, that might actually make good stories for it.
Actually, yeah, drunken rage is not correct. It was just regular rage.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you talking about? Kagan?
Yeah.
Or Keegan?
Yeah, old
Kagan,
Balrig.
All right.
Yeah, like the drunken rage implies that he was drunk. He was stone cold sober and just
angry.
Went into a rage.
Don't talk to him, he angry.
Is that a hint he's a barbarian?
I mean,
oh my god! Why
like,
didn't I put that together, Jess?
They are also characters known for flying into rages. So that is a possibility, yes.
Let it be known.
Dun dun.
I'm a fucking idiot.
It's Friday.
That's true. I'm
Friday.
Yeah, but
Friday.
it's
oh.
Stop it, you. And also, it's Friday every time, so like that's when we play.
Hashtag,
we play
is it Friday yet?
Wait, what?
no.
We play on Fridays?
What day do you think it is right now?
I don't think that's important.
It's the 8th of Rova. Duh.
Duh.
Oh it's Wheel Day, the 8th of Rova. Sorry. Except actually now it's Oath Day, the 9th of Rova. So.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit.
shit. Does that mean payday?
No, I've been keeping track.
So let's do the recording and sync clap, and then we'll roll into what day it is and such. How about that?
I almost wrote oath shit the 9th of Roba.
I mean, write that down, because if we don't have another good episode title.
Oath shit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure to say that on the recording at some point, so we can justify using it. Speaking of, I'm going to do the recording bit now.
Yeah.
Grapes, are you recording?
Yeah.
Jess, are you recording?
I am.
Oni, are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Schlussel, are you recording?
Yes.
Alrighty. Then, sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, after a shopping montage. We concluded Wheel Day, the 8th of Rova, with doing some downtime activities. Presumably everyone had a nice family dinner.
Yeah. With Uktuk saying Charlie looks like shit.
Charlie's head's kind of like cocked to the side. And she's just kind of sighing. A little trickle of blood comes out of like her left nostril, and she's just kind of like, she's just coming down.
Otuk is the mother in Carrie.
Yeah. He really is.
Oh my god. Just Otuk in a dress and a gray beehive, just, he was wake!
He
Look,
was weak.
I still need to draw Uktuk in cowboy boots and Daisy Duke, so add that to the list.
You also still need to draw us, like, logo.
It's on the list.
No pressure.
No pressure. It's fine.
Look,
Got me point blank.
You just gotta redraw that image of the ghost at the lemonade stand. The
Gears.
Yeah. We now turn the page on the calendar to Oath Day, the 9th of Rova.
9th of Rova.
Yeah. And this morning, as you are, finishing up your breakfast and morning routines and such, and getting ready to decide the oath.
What we're doing.
Oath. It's Oath Day. No, the decide what to do for the day. There is a knock on the door of the sheriff's station.
Who comes knocking at our door?
Boy, who is there?
The door swings open.
Oh.
The door swings flamboyantly somehow.
Does it
Subtitles are
swing open and go, hey?
Yeah.
No, the motion is.
Oh, what?
The motion. That's what you'd see in
Anyway.
the subtitles. That's what you'd see in the subtitles if this was a movie.
Opens flamboyantly.
It's if somebody kicked a door that had a hydraulic arm on it that made sure when it hit the opposing wall, it did so softly and slowly.
I see now. Okay.
Yeah, the door bursts open and Ingo Zoags strolls in.
Who?
And says, "I got something you might find interesting."
Oh, is this the? This is the guy that Regulus made a deal with, right?
President of the Dock Workers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
I put that down.
This is definitely for legal purposes, not the head of the mafia.
That's why you said flamboyantly.
Well, flamboyant maybe the wrong word. The door swings open with panache.
That's a little different.
The door swaggers open. How about that?
The door swaggers open is a lot better.
Swaggers open.
Yeah, and Tony Soprano walks into your office saying, "I got something you might find interesting."
I see. Suriel is currently stuffing her face because she just woke up.
Breakfast time.
Suriel doesn't wake up early.
We all have breakfast.
Yeah, Suriel's alarm is Uktuk going, "Well, we should figure out what to do for the day. Is Suriel awake yet?"
Flips Suriel's bed.
You all have breakfast, and Aldrich looks up at this information hungrily.
Charlie's just dragging her ass out of bed right now. Her hair's a mess. Who's making that noise? Speak.
He holds forth a letter that he informs you was intercepted from Dr. Rohalendi, and it is addressed.
Ooh, Uktuk takes it. Uktuk takes it.
Oh, you don't want to finish hearing who it's addressed to?
Oh, he takes it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you anyway, because you read the envelope.
Right, of course. Right, yeah.
It is addressed to a Nivian Giatano.
That's a name.
That
with
sounds familiar. Does it sound familiar?
It should. That is her cousin, who is a countess in Remnesia.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, I thought.
Well, no, count's too big. She's.
Yeah, her sister is married to a noble. Is that who you're talking about?
It's her cousin.
Her cousin. Oh, her cousin is married to a noble, or her cousin is a noble.
Well, I mean,
is a noble.
If you marry a baron, you're a baroness.
Right, yes. right. But you know what I mean. I must have wrote the note.
She married into nobility.
Gotcha. I'll rewrite that. Not cousin, or not sister, but cousin.
Yeah, her cousin married into nobility in Reminesia. And as you peruse through it, in addition to like
before we peruse,
Okay.
I look, but I take the letter and I look. I was like, I don't. So Regulus made the deal. Unfortunately, Regulus is no longer here. Now remind me, what was the deal?
Well, it's a rather simple arrangement. It's if I hear anything that I think might be of interest to you, I let you know. And in return, when you act on this information, you try and not disrupt my business in the process.
Very well. And he opens the letter.
Okay, it is not like it doesn't have any kind of like fancy seal to it. It's just a normal like plain circular seal, which would be laughably easy to put back in.
What color is the seal?
It is a like golden amber color.
Okay, because the color of the seal actually matters. I just forget why.
What? Yeah.
Because like different colors, waxes mean something else. Like one's for business, one's for like personal, etc.
Oh, this is a personal letter.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like she is corresponding with a relative.
Okay.
So yeah, whatever color that would be. But yeah, it's just a plain circular. So like it would be super easy to put it back on afterward, and no one would ever know you read it.
I will totally do that. By the way, Suriel is like almost like over your shoulder, over Uktuk's shoulder.
So Uktuk puts on his reading spectacles, which is now canon because I like the idea of a giant orc having tiny reading glasses. And
the Homer Simpson, like small, like
And he reads aloud.
Yeah, so I don't have full text for this letter, but what I have in the book is the choice bits of information. So I will give you that. It is addressed to her cousin, who is married into a lesser noble family. Like they own land, but not very much.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor is concerned that she is going to have to close the hospice she runs because the tax debt she owes is so great that she just can't cover it.
Audible gasp. Tax debt. Society check for crime.
Right?
Excuse me, where's my etiquette? May I roll a society check to determine the degree of crime this would be?
Yeah. Yeah, roll me a society.
That is a 12
I want to roll.
Where's my character?
I want to see if I know anything about noble family that's being mentioned in the letter. Sorry, I have hiccups.
I have rolled a 17 on society.
Okay. So, what you know from the way that it's phrased, it's not unpaid taxes; it's back taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn back taxes.
What that means is her tax bill was adjusted retroactively.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, hey, we just upped the rate for the previous 5 years.
Ugh.
So this is just like she paid her taxes and now found out that it went up, and she already owes for previous years.
Ooh.
But this is all like on the record. There's nothing to report. Like the debt is already on the books. That's how she found out about it. Yeah.
Well, and all I have in my notes about it, Dr. Roland? Rolendi. Possible heretic. That's all I have written in my notes. Does anyone else have anything more on that?
Yes, I have so much information.
Okay.
Because we ran into her. She's kind of a jerk.
She was trying to kind of intimidate us when we put up the decrees.
Yeah,
in
trying to
town.
make us slip up for information.
Yeah,
and
was
also trying to poke holes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Uktuk Suriel is poked her head under your arm as you're reading, and it's like, I see she's having a little bit of money troubles.
I am reading this aloud to you, so.
Oh yeah, she's looking at it herself, anyways. Just it's a thing she does.
And as you start reading it, Ingo will well, if there's nothing else, I'll see myself out. But I hope you have a lovely day,
Yes, Asmodeus be with you.
and also with you.
Hi.
Clearly, does not want to know what's in the letter.
Right.
You're gonna walk away.
Yeah,
I did my job. My job
Because
is done here.
he knows enough to know that knowing too much will have his body wash up in the dock at some point in the near future.
Or
That's-
maybe not even wash up on the dock.
Right?
Well, yeah, but
Might just disappear.
Depends on the info.
So be useful and know the minimum amount of information in order to be useful.
Exactly.
That's how you survive.
So this is even though this is not this is all, excuse me, this is all documented and stuff, but we could press this doctor hey, you owe some taxes and the taxes are pretty due. They're pretty much, you gotta pay your taxes.
Those are pretty important. You could get in a
Well-
lot of trouble for not doing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you go further in the letter,
Mm-hmm.
it states that the sum of back taxes that are owed is about 30 GP. And she does not have that. She says in the letter she has enough money to keep the hospice running for a few more weeks. But unless she can find some other source of income, all the elderly veterans that she takes care of are basically going to be homeless and without medical care.
Sweet.
More friends for Aldrich.
Oh my god.
Aldrich can make so many friends.
Can Aldrich take a look at that letter?
Yeah, he can.
After I'm done is that everything on the letter?
That is all that's of interest to you. There's 2 full pages of just family gossip.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a choice bit that you kind of picked out as being of interest.
Surreal will 100% get to know the family gossip. This is the shit she's here for. But that can be after.
Well, when Uktuk is done reading
Aldrich,
it, he will hand it to Aldrich.
Yeah, that's after
if
Aldrich
Aldrich asks for it.
Yeah. So just a little paranoid weirdo stuff. Can I see if there's any hidden messages in there or anything?
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
Attempt to?
Roll me a society, please.
May I please also?
I got
Yes,
17.
An 8. I'm thinking about plans, a way to use this. I'm distracted.
Yeah. No, Aldrich, you don't know notice any codes, but you are able to tell pretty clearly that she is kind of subtly wording this to try and guilt her wealthy cousin to maybe help her out a little bit. Not outright asking, but kind of if I could find some way to pay it off, I could help these people, but
Jeez, if you had the funds to pay these taxes and you didn't, you'd sure be an asshole, wouldn't you?
Like the cousin who won the lottery, and then, all of a sudden the cousin's like, hey, I haven't talked to you in so long. Oh my god, I have no car.
Like,
That kind of,
But like, even though I don't have a car, like, how is the fiance? I heard you were getting married. Like, how much are you spending on that wedding?
Okay, so when this letter isn't a puzzle, Aldrich loses interest.
I like to imagine that Aldrich
Check.
just like his brain or it's day, right? For Aldrich.
Annie.
Okay. I'm well, as mentioned, my kind of default mental image is Edison, so I think I'm just going to default to thee. But if any is fine, then yeah.
Aldrich does not care about gender.
Yeah. So Aldrich's brain decides, oh, this is no longer of interest, and just like then and there, the hand opens, the thing falls, and is immediately gone from Aldrich's attention span. Like,
yeah.
What you're saying is that Aldrich has ADHD.
Like,
they
yeah,
just drop it and it's gone from Aldrich's world.
Yeah, like it no longer exists. So, Suriel, if you want to read it, you could like attempt to catch it as it drifts to the floor.
Oh yeah, obviously she's gonna grab that thing and start reading through the family gossip. She wants to know as much as she can.
James,
she is the drama.
James, I has a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was staking out the Church of Iomade, did I by chance see Dr. Rahalendi attend?
Oh yeah.
You didn't look for her at the time, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you roll just a straight up intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That is
My lucky
like
dice.
Uktuk closes his eyes and goes into his mind palace and tries to minority report back through the footage.
Yes. He takes off his glasses specifically.
It's like thinking real hard. 7.
Yeah, he was thinking real hard.
Yeah, Uktuk's mind palace does not clock faces.
Uktuk's mind palace is mostly
even though he remembered the face of the guard.
It's got like one face in it right now.
Doesn't remember seeing the doctor there. But
she's not important until now.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, she was like kind of important as a possible heretic, but now
it's kind of like when an actor that you know really, really well when they're older is in a movie that you watched before you knew who they were,
right.
So didn't remember they were in it. Like how I remembered last Christmas that Sam Elliott is in Roadhouse. Because when I watched Roadhouse every fucking weekend for a summer, I didn't know who Sam Elliott was. So my brain didn't remember that was Sam Elliott. I just remembered Swayze.
I see.
And then I watched it with my parents, and he comes bemulletedly swaggering into the film. And I was like, fuck, I have watched this movie 10,000 times, and like...
It clicked.
Right.
Yeah, because I hadn't watched it in like 10 years. Because I didn't need to, because I could close my eyes and watch it in my mind palace. Anyway. The point is, you don't remember seeing her, but you weren't looking for her, so it was a long shot anyway.
Well, I mean, it's not that much of a long shot because, like Rahalendi from their assistant mentioned that, like, you know, and didn't the assistant mention that they were all about Iomade or
yeah, but what I mean is, like, you have a very small data set of one day.
Right.
It is absolutely believable that she just didn't make it that day.
True.
Because, you know, it makes sense now that because she's dealing with this too on top of it all. So.
Yeah.
She's also very critical upon everything that's going on.
And Uktuk, I'm gonna do a fun little character bit. Roll me a hell lore real quick.
Man, shame. I'm planning on grabbing another lore later that would probably help right now, but I don't have it yet.
Is it legal lore?
That's one of them.
I have legal lore.
Okay,
if I could roll for it.
I am hero pointing that one. Oh my god!
What happened?
8.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
What'd you roll the first time?
10.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
It
Alright.
got lost in his
Looks
mind
like my
palace.
lucky dice finally ran on empty.
Go to dice jail. Yeah, Charlie, and Surreal.
Yes.
Legal lore, outlaw lore.
Yeah, I'll do some outlaw lore.
That's a hero point.
What?
That's
This isn't.
10.
This isn't an engineering problem.
Well, actually, oh,
Hey.
Oh, it's an 18.
I'm
Okay.
trying to decide if I want to use my hero point or not.
Don't.
Okay.
Charlie got it.
Okay. Somehow.
Well, Charlie knows a lot about like outlaw lore, which would include like scamming and grifting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and people who are in debt are great marks because they're desperate.
Yes.
Another like thing about people in debt is they are security risks.
That is also true.
Because when they are in debt, this information could be leveraged against them.
Right.
Like, if you do X for me, I'll cover your debt. Like,
Right.
that kind of shit.
That's kind of what I
Literally.
was thinking when I was asking, like, hey, if like they were attending
Okay.
church, because it's like, well, if they're like in on this like whole that one riot, if they were like in on it, like we could probably squeeze her out for some possible info, and using
As-
this
which-
as
Well, I was more pointing out that you could also like you have somebody who is desperate and has specialized skills.
Yeah.
You might be able to strong arm her into doing something for you in exchange for covering her debt.
that too.
Like
we could look the other way for a bit on your debt. You do this for us.
Yeah, like you could cover it right now and just have her owe you a favor later.
Exactly.
And it's probably useful for us if that letter never reaches the cousin there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is messing with the postal service a felony in GX as well?
You don't mess with the postal service, guys.
Roll a legal lore for that, because
I don't have legal lore.
no, Surreal does.
Yeah. We're like talking about this like, wait, but we're messing with it? 22.
Ooh.
Messing with
Okay,
the
so,
postal service
Surreal.
might actually be a crime.
You know that intercepting and screening mail for security purposes is within your office. Like, you can do that.
Yeah.
But tampering with mail? No. Big boy crime.
Thought so.
So we can like look through it, but it's still got to go to
Yeah,
the
like
destination.
you can read the letter, but it still has to arrive at its destination. And if it doesn't, somebody from the post office is going to come break your legs.
Don't mess with the postal service.
There's this webcomic that someone makes based on their D&D games, and like they made this joke. Like, oh no, it's the Postal Service Guild. And it's just like these like giant thugs like stopping this postman, and it's like, shouldn't we help him? It's like, no, I think the postman's got it. And then like the next frame is those giant thugs like decimated and torn apart.
Yeah.
Look, don't ask why Surreal knows so much about the fucking postal service.
Well, like
You don't mess with the post.
Yeah, remember last time when I was talking to you about the kind of jobs that like Zagar goes to?
Yeah.
Like, people like Zagar tempt for the postal service when they
Surreal.
need. Yeah.
Surreal will 100% bring up Zagar specifically.
I'm just picturing these post office workers.
If you tamper with the mail, someone like Zagar will come to town and break your legs.
Your legs.
From Ren and Stimpy, when they would get so angry and like their veins would pop out of their neck and stuff, and their eyes would bulge out. Like that's how I'm picturing like post office workers and Chiliacs.
Yeah.
my god. I can't believe that's my best roll so far.
Yeah, but yeah, someone like Zagar will come break your legs if you tamper with the mail.
I mean, we could get potions from her. We could like strong arm her for potions.
Yeah.
Or we could strong armor for information on like
Or
possible
both.
heresies.
We can do both.
Make her rat out her cousin.
No, on the church.
Right. James, I wanted to see if I knew anything about her cousin's family.
Yeah, that would be
I have
your
lore.
Yeah, do that.
Boop. That's a natural one. I'm gonna use that. Nah. I'm not that interested actually.
Yeah,
Just curious.
they're identified as a minor house, so like you literally having never heard of them is fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're at the low level where it's like they're technically nobles, but like
they're not me.
Yeah.
They're really only nobles because they have a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what a baronet is?
Yeah. I have a lot of random heraldry lore, like in real life.
It's not
like.
It's not It's not a type of ammunition.
No.
No, that's a.
I might actually be using the wrong term. Not is it baronet where it's like.
Baroness.
They bought like it's just I'm a regular rich person. I want to technically have a title so I can own land in town.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's like sir. You're a sir rather than a
banneret. That's what it is.
Banneret.
Yeah, banneret.
Yeah.
Also, I was about to say no. Grapes. The weapon you're thinking about is a bayonetta.
No, that's a sexy woman with guns on her feet.
A weapon.
A bayonet. A bayonet is a weapon. Bayonetta
is a sexy woman with guns on her feet.
She's a hair witch with guns attached to her heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I'm trying to avoid using subjective adjectives because sexy is subjective.
She's sexy,
but
though.
What did I just say, man?
But she's sexy, though.
To you, there's actually some people out there that don't find her sexy. Anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But objectively, is a Capcom character. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah.
Random facts.
We have a letter. And a
letter.
Possible thing to exploit.
Exploitation.
I think we should go in town and sniff around for stuff and some
secrets are power.
Secrets are power.
Oh, right.
Hearing people talk.
Suriel would remember to tell you guys about the info she got the other day. She will not bring up the whispers of secrets or power, but that's a whole other thing that she's trying to deal with.
Why not, though?
Because that's a personal thing. Go away.
Secrets are power. But did you say secrets are power?
No, I did not say secrets are power.
Okay.
I didn't even bring up the whispering thing.
I did.
Well, you mentioned whispering to Uktuk, but
you asked if he had heard any whispering.
Yeah, but I don't think Uktuk cares enough to remember that.
Well, I mean, with whispers, like maybe.
Well, to remember that you had asked that.
Yeah, to remember that Suriel had asked if he heard any whispers. And that she looked relatively confused and jumpy. I don't think Uktuk cares enough. But Suriel
with Suriel, a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was out of character. But yeah, she would specifically bring up the supposed outlaw camp in the woods and stashing of weapons somewhere out there. And some people have been claiming to have seen an angel. An actual angel, not the angel knight, but a legitimate angel.
An actual angel.
Yeah.
Where?
You know, that's the thing about rumors. There are no specifics. So.
Yeah, it's like this the rumors of the angel sightings were all like people who claim to have been abducted by aliens. It's just like out in a field. Like it's just a generic wilderness area that it happened.
But not like in town.
No.
Okay.
Well, even if they're saying like, oh yeah, it was around town, it's never a specific location that's mentioned. It's just like an alley or by some house or like it's like nobody claims to have seen it at a specific time and place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are just some interesting rumors I found. I don't really think many of them mean anything, but I would actually like to see if there is an outlaw camp in the middle of the woods.
Well, we
That's just
can't
me.
have outlaws. That's not good.
I'm an outlaw.
Shut up.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You are the law.
You're a privateer now.
Surreal looks at Charlie like, really?
I'm Batman. They're looking at her like, who's Batman?
Right? What the fuck? The Muffin Man?
No more drugs for Charlie.
Hey,
Yeah, let's go check that out.
less
What, the
talking,
drugs?
more drug doing.
Now, the possible rebellion stuff.
Which
I
one?
mean, there's a very wide spread of possible rebellion in this town, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah,
The weapons we were just talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and to drive home the point, because I think Charlie would be most like cognizant of this. Those like vague mentions of out in the woods for where this like fort is. For anything to be far enough out to qualify as the woods, not just like a copse of trees, they're talking in the Whisperwood.
So like a ways away.
Probably.
No, that is a specific region, the Whisperwood,
So
that borders this town.
Oh, so it's like right over there.
Charlie lived / lives
in the
near the
Whisperwood.
Yeah, like on the outskirts of the beginning of the Whisperwood.
Yeah.
I just knows the lore behind it, but I don't think anybody else would. Could I explain to them what I know about the Whisperwood?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
So,
I'm sure.
Charlie kind of leans on her arm or on her hand and goes, if you want to find what they're stashing in there, you have to go deep in the woods. And legend says that there is a portal to hell deep in the woods, and that devils and fiends and the like come out through there. And that people who have gone into the woods have not come back out. So knowing this,
Aldrich's like, oh shit, time to go home.
Charlie's like, and knowing this, and she's kind of like doing her head nod, like, like when you're like in school and you're just like trying to like, like knowing this, what are your thoughts? Yeah.
I think we should go there and look for weapons.
Charlie won't say it out loud, but she's kind of like, yeah, let's fucking do it, because then they'll have to go through the village that she lives in order to find the trail that is subsequently in her head what she thinks is the quickest path to what she's talking about. She would be able to see somebody.
Serial will kind of sit up a little bit more, rolling up the closing the letter. Would that take a roll actually? Because I want to obviously make it look like it's not tampered.
It would be a craft. Actually, no, wait, no. Society is what you use for forging documents. So I will say that applies to repairing seals.
I have a really good crafting.
You're even for me. What's your crafting?
My crafting, well, my modifier is 4. So like just crafting is, it says it's a number 8.
Yeah, because my society and my crafting are both 6s. So
because I have
a +8 in society and crafting.
Oh.
Because my intelligence is a +4 modifier, so it's up there.
Yeah. So for for society, if you were untrained in it, it would be that just flat +4. And then trained at 2nd level would be +8 overall. But if you're not trained in it, then yeah, that would be 4.
Okay.
Anyway, important thing is those are the skills that you would use for that, and it's a low DC because this is easy as established. So don't roll a 1.
A 9.
You didn't roll a 1. Good job. You seal the letter back up.
It looks brand new.
And you can just have Nugget run it back to the post office.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Nugget a silver piece.
Don't give the boy money.
You don't control how I help this boy take care of himself.
He takes care of himself fine.
She'll hand him 2 silver pieces in spite.
Charlie chuckles in the background.
Might as well be running a charity service here.
Aldrich is by the door, like, checking gauges and stuff that is on his arm. He's like, so should we hire horses for this, or...?
Aldrich is, like, got math flying around his head.
And Charlie knowing... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, for the players who don't know, the Whisperwood is a, like, hundreds of miles of deep primeval forest that villages and towns on its border the whole way around refuse to go any deeper in than they have to because it's, like, full of horrible things.
And there's just a bandit thing somewhere in there.
Maybe.
Animals can turn into a monstrosity being around this portal.
Like, a lot of the, like, magical beasts that exist are a result of, like, ambient magic or planar energy spilling over somewhere and causing a generational mutation. It's like, that's how you get owlbears and shit, is, like, just magic leaking.
You want owlbears? Because that's how you get owlbears.
You want owlbears?
Yeah. So part of that is that this is a huge place, but by logical necessity, it would be somewhere relatively near the town.
Aldrich is hungry.
And that sounds like something that you could ask the guard about, and I'm not going to make you play it out because it's just a simple direction, but they can point you to areas that might be of interest, and like they've only been here for 3 days too, so they haven't done that much patrolling. But they do tell you that there is one quadrant, section, area, whatever, where the patrol just vanished.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like they didn't find bodies or any, like they just vanished.
I do have a question for the rest of the players first. Do we want to go straight to researching this, or do we actually want to check up on Rohalendi first? After dropping off the letter.
We don't need anything from her right now, do we?
Not that I'm aware of.
So I just wanted to ask. Charlie, do you want to be a little shit? And
Actually, no, because I feel like we need to get like a little extra hurt on her,
Mhm.
in order to like give it a really solid, strong arm, kind of like under
Yeah.
your boot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks for using my words.
Because we have, knowledge of her cousin, that they're a lot of call it, that and Doug Lester was talking to us in the when we were interrogating everybody. He was like,
Mm.
she rambles about they have revolutions and revolts, and she gets like in a mood. So I feel like we have a little stuff. I feel like we need something more, a little bit more concrete to get her ass in a bind.
Yeah. Light a
I mean,
fire
if
under
you're
her
in
ass.
debt, that would be enough. Just say, hey,
I mean,
we can ignore your debt if you help us out.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. You don't have the pull to like get a debt erased.
not yet, anyway.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like get rid of the debt. I'm just saying like we can like make sure no one
Help you
bothers
out.
you for a bit, like maybe a couple months.
Ease
Well,
the
Like stop
pressure.
the tax collectors from knocking, kind of thing.
Well,
Yeah.
whether there is like an agreement in place and whether or not like payments are being made, that's not indicated in the letter.
Mm-hmm.
That is stuff you could find if you wanted to. But the indication is that she has enough money to keep running for like another month. But then after that, she will be completely broke. So she is like she's bleeding herself dry to keep this clinic afloat for another month.
We have the information to know that we could wait a little bit until she's like close to tipping over the edge and then pop up and be like, so we heard you were in a little bit of trouble.
Like make her sweat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and like you could afford to cover her debt.
we could.
Like that is a thing that you could do.
I
if-
literally have enough gold.
Yeah. If there were something that was worth that to you that you could potentially pressure her into doing in exchange for it, like that is a very real possibility. And that's why people with serious debt don't get security clearances.
Yeah. But
Like
we
we
don't
could
know
be
what
like
that is
the,
now.
check into cash people where oh yeah, we'll pay your, I mean, maybe not, but like we'll pay your debt and then you owe us like 120% interest or
You may have
Yeah.
to kill a person for us.
right.
Plus tax.
Plus tax.
Yeah.
On top of killing someone.
Make sure their soul goes to Asmodeus.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, if you decide that her like falsifying the cause of death on an autopsy is worth 30 GP to you,
Oh.
Like-
Ooh.
that's something you could do.
I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's like she has a position of authority. Leverage over her could leverage that authority to your benefit at some point when you need it.
Or if, she starts getting sort of uppity again, we can hold it against her to get her to back down.
You know that tax debt you have?
Yeah.
If you tell everyone to chill the fuck out and not revolt,
Yeah.
You can
If you
pay
really want to get her under your thumb, you don't pay off the debt all at once. You just take over
Slowly.
the payment plan.
Yeah. Because, anyways, I just wanted to make sure no one had any plans with Rohalinde before we
All right,
possibly maybe ran off into the Whisper Woods and never came back.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any plans of bothering her before.
Okay, good. So then the rest of this day and all of the following day are kind of the same deal where I don't have any events planned. If you want to do, if you want to go out and look around in the Whisperwood, I have an event that will, I'll just move it up early to have something happen.
I mean, all in favor of Whisperwoods. Say aye.
In character or out of character?
Hi.
Aye.
In
In-
character. out of
Let's
character.
say out of like
Yeah.
like what do the players want to do?
I kind of want to do that.
I am A-okay. I totally want to do that. Also, like, shenanigans.
Let's give
Let's-
Jeremy something to watch.
Let's
He wants to
Yeah.
see the
stomp some ruffians, shall we?
Or run into a demon.
Okay.
Demons can be
Smells a
ruffians.
bust.
So, we decide to follow up on the lead of the patrol that went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dokay.
Wants to be that cop in the newspaper with a picture with some weed, but with weapons instead.
Okay, what then is your plan on following up? Do you want to go to the last place that they could track the patrol as having been? Do you want to go what their destination was? Like, what's your tactic for?
Personally, I want to retrace their steps. Just do their patrol.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jess?
All right. The second question is, do you bring anyone with you?
Like another guard or a couple.
Ooh, what about
Extra
that
hands to
halfling
fill.
girl?
The
Summer,
trapper, Jexy Six Splinters?
Yeah, she's a
Yes.
trapper. She knows the woods.
Yeah, but she also, like, lives out there.
We could try to find her, see if she can help us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, before you leave town to go to the Whisperwood, if you want to try and find her when you get there, that's a different thing.
I propose that we find the halfling girl.
Or we could find Simri.
I second Simri.
Alright, I mean, or we can find the coked up assassin, that's fine.
Exactly. Duh. Why wouldn't you know?
Because
I mean, she also
the
knows
trapper
stuff.
that lives in the woods would probably be a little more reliable.
Reliable?
Yeah,
Reliable.
but might also be difficult to find.
Yeah.
Just ask around.
If she has people who want, if she wants to be found, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, like it is like at this, you don't currently know if she even has a permanent residence.
We don't even know if she's still in town.
Yeah, she might just be a drifter.
We can ask
Or
the
like-
people at the bar. She was at the bar at the birthday party.
You could ask them. You
We're-
could also
we're-
ask your local friend Simri.
Yeah, we could go around town and ask some questions about some of the things first.
Who are any of these people?
Right, Aldrich knows none of these people.
Aldrich, meeting your friends' friends is networking.
Friends?
Meeting your associates is networking.
That makes more sense.
Just imagine Aldrich is like outside and just looking up at the sky like, friends? Nothing. We all hear silence, and then he's like, that makes more sense. And he continues walking.
Hold on, talking to God.
He's got to talk to God real quick. I have friends.
Is that some kind of food? Anyway. Yeah.
I mean, technically, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'm just trying to get like to the event a little bit, but I will give you information. Like if you go ask Simri, she tells you as much as she knows, which is that yeah, all anybody knows is that she just lives out in the woods. Nobody knows if there's like a cabin that she lives in or like just has a hammock and a tent. Like, she just comes into town to trade for supplies every couple of weeks, and end of story.
And does she know where she is currently?
We could always ask Rosalago
Oh yeah, that's
to
true.
get her
you're
to
right.
find us.
No, I don't think it's worth it. Let's just wander into the woods.
Could I
Alright.
do an outlaw roll to know who are the best people in general for this kind of job?
Just who are the best people?
Well, that's
Like-
us, clearly.
I
think-
think what specialty? Like, what's the shit kickers?
So what I think you're asking is what skills would be useful in this endeavor?
Yes, yeah,
Mhm.
Okay. So if you're getting people from the guard to come with you, you want their
Those are
scouts, like people like trackers, like the kind of people who can follow tracks and who know
Yeah.
how to identify the signs of conflict, and yeah, you want their scouts is what you want.
So we
Mhm.
want rangers. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, I think this. Well, I know we aren't really gonna roleplay it, but I'm assuming at this point we'd split off to go do two different things.
Like what?
Like some of us would go and try and find some scouts, and the other people would go and talk, and some others would go and talk to Simri to see if we can find Six Splinters, because I can't remember her first name right now.
Jexy.
Jexy, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to yada yada over talking to Simri, because the answer is I have no idea where she lives. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
So like looking just looking for her is a needle in a haystack kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But following the other guard's patrol route, that's a really like a solid, feasible, like that's actionable intelligence.
Okay. And so we come back with some scouts. We have some people to help us out.
All right, and they kind of like they take you along the patrol and show the farthest place that they could follow tracks to. Like they kind of get to that point as quick as they can, and then from there tell you like this is where we lose the trail.
Mm-hmm.
But if any of you wanted to attempt a survival to try and follow,
Yeah.
this would be a great time to do that.
I was about to ask. I just couldn't remember what the word was. That's when I can use my hero point. That's hero point worthy. A
Yeah, it is.
22. Oh,
Nice.
You.
that is
Aldrich,
expensive.
Aldrich is really bad at this. Let me try. Okay.
A 9.
I mean, I have a +0. Let's do it.
Me too, man. You never know.
I mean, Suriel
Natural
already rolled a
20.
22, so.
Natural
let's
20.
go.
How'd you get a 22 with a +0?
Oh,
Actually, wait.
I see a +4.
Oh yeah, +4. Sorry, I can't read. I was reading. I mixed up nature and survival. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Anyway, so Suriel and Uktuk, you figure out pretty quickly that the reason they lost the trail is because the tracks change abruptly, and both of you recognize the tracks of a horse with a rider.
I see.
Changes very quickly to a horse without a rider and a person on foot in some spots. A horse that suddenly doesn't have a rider in another spot. And then in another, you find what could only be caused by a person in armor falling from a horse, but the horse never hit the ground.
An ambush.
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell from which direction on the horse did the person fall? To like give if he got hit by an arrow, which direction the arrow came from?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking like in the
all
trees.
Right, so
for...
imagine that you are riding a horse directly forward, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And the thing that made this impact would hit you directly in the left ear.
Ooh.
Okay.
So yeah, something blindsided a rider. The rider hit the ground. The horse did not hit the ground.
Okay,
Suriel is gonna be looking in the trees for anything, either possible traps.
Roll me a perception, please.
Oh my god.
Uktuk will also look towards that left.
15.
Okay, Suriel, about 100 meters or so deeper into the woods, you see a tree that has this, at first it looks like a branch, but it's the wrong color, the wrong shape, and it's not a branch, it is some kind of spike lodged in the side of this tree. Is that something that you would approach?
I would get Charlie's attention first.
I would be looking around, and we're in the Whisperwood, right? I'm just
yes, you are. Well, you're on the outskirts of the Whisperwood.
Charlie slips nervously.
She's kind of staring around. She's like, didn't think I'd see you that fucking quick, meeting the area. She starts smelling the air, and just taking a real look around, because that was one of the things that she was always told, is to keep your eyes open when you're near the woods.
Yeah.
Suriel will kind of snap her fingers a bit to Charlie. Charlie, look. And we'll kind of point to the spike of the tree. She's staying. Suriel's staying at the very least 50. Nope. She's staying at a radius, maybe about 10 feet away from it, enough to see it, but just in case it's a trap, to not set anything off.
Yeah, from that distance, it is clear that it is a projectile lodged in the trunk of the tree.
Yeah.
And from this distance, looking at it, it appears to be a bone spike about 2 feet long, and I don't know, about the not a soda can, that's too big. I don't know. It's it's like a 2 foot long spike. It's like a javelin made out of bone.
Would Uktuk recognize this as coming from either a demon or a devil?
No, it would be a nature.
A nature? I ain't got that.
To identify what this is.
Suriel's gonna ask Charlie to do the magical identify boop thing.
You want me to identify it,
see, well, for one, to see if there's any magic around here whatsoever.
Detect magic?
Yes, detect magic.
Yeah, if you hit detect magic, there's nothing besides the cosmic background radiation of the Whisperwood. It's not like the spike itself is not magical.
Well, I'll get to know it all. He's gonna tell everyone what he thinks it is on a 15 for nature.
You are pretty sure this is a manticore spine.
Oh.
Oh no.
Something that comes out of hell, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. A manticore is a
oh wait, no.
magical chimera.
They poison you with their tails.
Yeah, imagine a flying lion with a scorpion tail
and bat wings.
Yeah, bat wings. It has a scorpion tail that it can flick at you to fire these bone javelins.
Yeah, and they're mean.
They are big and they are scary.
They are strong enough that one could, conceivably, carry away a horse.
Ah, yes, of course. A manticore spine.
Yeah, and they are ambush predators. They will blindside their prey and carry them off before they can react.
Yep.
Just as I suspected.
You also know that they are the kind of like predatory bird that they will grab their prey, fly up, and drop it to kill it.
So when you said the horse didn't fall, it's probably because it got picked up
and then dropped somewhere else to be killed.
Yeah. If you traveled the right distance in the right direction, you would find where that horse got dropped to its death from the sky.
Yep. At the sound of the words manticore, Suriel is on high alert. Immediately keeping her eyes out in every direction.
Yeah, and as soon as that word is said aloud, the two guard scouts who came with you, you can see their buttholes pucker.
Yeah, I think Uktuk's kind of oh shit mode as well.
Yeah, they both almost reflexively draw bows and begin scanning the sky.
Suriel's tail kind of swishes a little bit more aggressively. Just can't tell if it's anticipation or fear.
Aldrich will try to pull the spine out of the tree and hold on to it.
Okay, roll me a strength check, please.
I do want to see if there are any other signs of a of where the person went, or if they also got swept up and murdered.
I also wanted to do a perception check and just smell things are hotter, colder, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you know you're not looking for tracks, you're looking for evidence of a flying creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can roll perception or survival, and do it with a +1 for I know what I'm looking for now.
Uktuk will roll perception.
Just strength or athletics for that check?
Oh no.
Athletics.
Cool. Does a 16 pull it out?
Yes.
Charlie with
you're
a
able to wrench it free. Jesus, yeah. Charlie,
I got a 21.
Yeah, so looking for it now, you're able to pretty clearly identify the way, the direction that the manticore would have flown away with, once it has secured a prey. And knowing that and, the general, how fast they can fly, you get kind of a rough estimate of its hunting radius. And
good to know.
Yeah, and you are positive that it is deeper into the woods is where its lair is.
Cool.
Yeah, so the patrol disappeared here because this is the periphery of the Manticore's territory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know if Uktuk thinks we're ready for a manticore.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anything you would know about something that is later.
God, I have some spooky forest ambiance going on right now, and it's way too perfect, and I'm
So would Uktuk say that they meant nothing to fuck with?
Oh
they ain't nothing to fuck with.
Meant.
Charlie, the one who fucks around and finds out, would not fuck around and find out in this scenario.
Would not also like to find out. I've read a lot.
This is me. Charlie talking.
Much like with the letter, this is. I don't care anymore. This isn't.
Ooh, okay. Alright, I found the thing I was looking for. Charlie, roll me an outlaw lore, please.
Outlaw lore. Pow. Yeah.
Ooh, it was 11? Ew.
Mm-mm.
I want to. I want to re-roll,
Well,
but I'm wondering if I'm gonna need this hero point.
Slossel still has his, so
There's.
Slossel still has theirs, so that's one more hero point left. If you do use yours.
Okay.
English is
I
hard.
use it.
Okay.
Oh,
16.
thank God.
Alright, yeah, being a local, you know that a little bit deeper, like that direction away from town, there's an old fort out there that, like, during the Civil War, the Chelish army occupied for a while. After they abandoned it, like, because most of it got knocked down, like, it's a ruin now. But every couple of years, a group of bandits or thieves will get big enough to like feel like they deserve a headquarters, and that old fort is a location that they pick sometimes.
Motherfucker.
And given the way that those kind of forts are constructed, it would have a big enough underground space that it would also stand to reason a manticore would nest there.
And
They
no
like
one would
like
know.
they like caves.
So
Good
it's quite
source of food for a
possible
manticore.
that these bandits was once there, but there's now a manticore.
It's possible that every now and then bandits would come in, think they're hot shit, have headquarters there, and then the manticore sniff them out, and it's like, now this is my bad. So
Yeah,
they
it's a gang is like, well, we have a name, now we need a hideout. There's an old fort outside of town that a lot of times that group will pick, and then like 3 years later they get stomped out by
Maybe
like
a
a militia or something from the Whisperwood gets them. Like they come and go, and nobody really keeps too much track because why would they?
Yeah.
we ignore them.
Yeah, but a manticore seizing that location would have its own pros and cons versus it being bandits.
Yeah. Like, luckily, it only seems like manticores can't have that many babies, so they can't overrun the forest. Also, they're being hunted by probably bigger creatures. But it's still not great.
Okay, but where are the weapons? We need to find the weapons.
It could be hiding in there from the previous bandits that were essentially taking all these guns and things like that and stocking them somewhere. It could be there, or it could be deeper.
Are you talking about this out loud?
Maybe.
I mean, I said it in the nasally voice, which means Aldrich said it.
Yeah, because if you mention like, oh, like that's the fort, we should check it out. Both of them are like, you think that the fort is the Manticore's nest, and you want to go to there.
Yeah, I don't know about wanting to go there now that there's a manticore.
Yeah, like if that's where the Manticore lives, going there is suicide. At least right now.
Charlie turn around and go, okay, let's go home.
Do you think some rebels made friends with the Manticore and are living with them? No. Where are the weapons?
I mean it's actually possible.
Do you want to know if that's possible? That's a nature check.
I feel like everyone was like, actually, Aldrich, that is possible.
I wish there was...
Aldrich rolls a 20.
Wow.
Does he go well, actually, now that I think about it?
Aldrich, now that you think about it, Manticores are intelligent enough to make alliances and deals. They normally don't, like, have the attention... Like, they don't really, like, care about people enough to do it usually, but if it, like, Manticores will take the path of least resistance to keeping their belly full. And if that means, like, letting certain people come and go and more cows for you to eat, that's fine. That also means even if defeating one in combat is steep odds, if you make yourself troublesome enough to it, it will decide that you're not worth the trouble and leave.
A lot like
they're
wolves.
the kind of predator that goes, well, this is harder than I thought. I'll move on to easier prey. Like they're intelligent enough to be lazy.
I mean, that's the best kind of intelligence.
Yeah, but yeah, they are intelligent enough that they could potentially like form an alliance with these people.
Basically on the same level of intelligence as Donkey Kong.
Are they intelligent enough that we could go over there and be like, hey, those people, unreliable. We're more reliable.
I highly
Here's
doubt
a
it.
horse.
Here's a horse.
That is
Kill the other people you have a deal with, you get more horses.
Yeah, it is. That is possible. If you talk to this Manticore, it is possible that through diplomacy, you could get them. I mean, it's a her. I know, and it's not like a spoiler because it doesn't affect their behavior. But
I can tell by the size of the spine.
Hey guys, who has the highest diplomacy? No, just kidding.
yeah, like you could convince her that working with you is an easier way to stay full. Like whatever is the easiest way to get what they want, they'll do, like without any concern for morality. It's just, will working with you be less of a hassle than working with them? So yeah, you could bargain with this Manticore.
But
you
is
could
it
win
worth
the
it to
services of a Manticore? Yeah. Is it worth it? That's up to you to
Let
decide.
me work it. Flip it down,
Oh,
I'll
God.
put it in reverse it. Sorry. What's up, Jess?
That should be the title of the episode. Is it worth it? Let me work it.
James.
My diplomacy is +5.
Mine's plus
It was a
6.
joke, but
6?
yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So
Okay,
Long and
so
short
when
is-
everyone else is like, maybe they did, Audrey is like, well, if you think they've made some sort of deal, we should try to undermine it.
The thing here is we have no real clue if that is actually possible, because as far as we know, this Manticore has just eaten all of those people, or all of those people have been killed and it's taken over by a completely different group, and we don't even know how long ago this patrol went missing. That is also something I was going to ask
Guards.
James.
They have been missing for about 24 hours at this point.
So it is very recent, and that is
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, like they would have been missing for 24 hours, and then this patrol was going to come report it to you, like 24 hours after that.
I mean, that's good for our immediate safety. It means it's unlikely to be hunting again if it just ate a horse.
James, I would like to ask a question.
Yeah.
As Uktuk does, Uktuk is wondering what the legality of allying with a monstrosity, such as a manticore.
It is an animal legally.
So it's not really considered an alliance. Oh,
I mean,
weird.
yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's
You can do it.
I mean, like, I'm not concerned if I can do it. I'm more concerned if we do it, if we do this, we need to feed it. Like, how expensive is this gonna get?
What are the laws on taking care of a manticore?
well.
Do I need a license for an exotic animal?
how
Well,
invested?
like, what I mean is legally there is nothing stopping you. legally
Right.
from promising the Manticore whatever it wants and then just not paying up.
What about bringing it into town? No, I'm just kidding. That is.
Yeah, now, there's also legally nothing stopping said Manticore from going on a rampage through the town to find you.
Exactly.
See, I can't just not follow through because as a paladin of Asmodeus, I gotta stick to my deals.
Unless you can get away with it on a loophole.
I can get away with it on a loophole. So, I would like to... No, I'm kidding. I would like to forge a contract with Manticore.
Cyril is firmly in the let's not fuck with this Manticore. We found out what we came here for?
No, we didn't.
Well, we came here to find bandits and the weapons.
But that bandits and weapons is most likely guarded by a sleeping Manticore.
Why do we think that?
Because Manticores can sleep.
Why do we think that's the most likely thing?
Because they just ate a horse yesterday and they're probably sleeping.
No, why do we think that they're guarding the weapons is the most likely
No, I'm
thing?
not saying guarding, that the Manticore is living within that same area, close enough where they will definitely be a problem.
But why do we think
Whisperwood's
that?
not far away from Longacre, or a flying animal.
Yeah.
Well, it's where you are now is far enough away from Longacre that the Manticore isn't going to come in town because it's hungry.
Was there a solid indication that the disappearing patrol is linked with the weapons?
I didn't say anything to that effect.
No, these are just facts that we're learning.
Yeah, it's
that might be connected.
I think how we got there is if we're going to be searching this area for the weapons, we do so knowing the fact that we're in a Manticore's hunting ground.
We have no clue where this Manticore is, where it's going to come from, and if it's currently active or not.
And going from deduction, Manticore's probably in the fort where there was probably once bandits. So the bandits we're looking for was with the weapons are either still at the fort with the Manticore or dead, and the weapons are next to the Manticore.
That is an old bandit hideout. That doesn't mean that's where rebels are hiding weapons today.
But it's a possibility, and it's the only lead we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of possibilities.
So unless we can find her tracker halfling, and maybe she can be friends with the Manticore, then, it's the only lead we got.
Or she winds up getting eaten.
That would be sad.
Would it really? Do you actually care that much about her?
I mean, Grapes kind of does, because she ended up being pretty alright.
I mean, there is a non-zero chance that you encounter Jexy Six Splinters again.
The chances of you encountering Jexy are low, but never zero.
No, what I mean is, you running into her again, possible. I just said it would be extremely difficult to pinpoint where she's squatting in the woods, because it's the woods.
Yeah.
That's all.
I guess
I don't know, with that natural 20, do I find halfling tracks as well?
What kind of halfling tracks? I'm just kidding.
There are not halfling tracks here.
Dang. Alright.
So you do not find evidence that she participated in this ambush.
Or at any point in the last 24 hours was in this area.
Correct.
That we can tell.
Yeah.
That you can tell.
So Cyril's gonna kind of look at everybody.
If you want to continue on to the fort, that is an option. But it is one taken knowing that you're in a Manticore's hunting ground. Yeah. It is not guaranteed you will encounter the Manticore, but it is a possibility. So the question is, as a player, do you accept this risk?
I am legitimately fighting with my inner self right now.
I am as well.
because I want to, because I want to go, but at the same time, I'm like, I
fucking level
know.
2.
We're only
Right?
level
We're
2.
Let's go. No, like I know manticores they can decimate a crew at any level if you
Yeah.
fuck up. That poison is the thing that will TPK.
I
mean-
vote in favor of avoiding the manticore for now.
Well, if you wanted to, say, travel around this area while remaining on high alert for the sounds of a manticore, and if you hear them, you hide
Don't.
and
Jesus Christ, you're expecting a lot out of Uktuk in heavy armor. Well, not heavy armor,
Not to
but
say
like
aren't Uktuk and Aldrich in heavy armor.
look, I'm just saying conceptually that is a possibility. Like you
Yeah.
could do something like that. You could set a fire somewhere else to try and like there are options. You don't just either blindly wander around and hope you don't see it or don't go at all. Like you could take measures to protect yourself.
What's up,
So-
Slussel?
I was just wondering about Uktuk's armor. Are you wearing noisy armor?
I'm wearing a breastplate.
So this is
That
the
is not noisy. You have 16 strength.
Yes.
It is not affecting your stealth checks.
Oh, I see.
Yep. And also, like, the scenario I described isn't like you're trying to sneak up on it. It is you are remaining still.
What's up, Jess?
I was just gonna say, if we wanted to walk on high alert, I wanted to buy Pass Without a Trace, which is a primal tradition.
Yes.
And I would have to roll to.
Well, you need the skill feat before you can roll for that, remember?
Oh, gosh dang it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have trick magic item, you can then
Oh, that's
attempt
right.
to forcibly
I
activate
forgot
it.
all about that. Okay.
It was
Yeah.
in your brain.
Yeah.
That's why I put it aside. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Now, a potion
It's
of
long.
Path
Yeah.
Without Trace that you can do.
Oh, I can't just say it like, oh, here's a magical Pass Without a Trace file because I didn't buy it. So.
Yeah, you can have
I
thought
could?
that knowing you were coming out here. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to make sure I have enough money for it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to before I cut this off, get a consensus as to whether we are going into the woods, and if so, what is our plan?
Into the woods.
Look, Aldrich does not think they'll be hunted, seeing as they are ghosts.
Aldrich is forgetting the crucial piece of information that literally everything else around him has a living, beating heart and blood rushing through their veins.
Aldrich does not care.
Aldrich does not understand the concept of being eaten alive.
No, it's
Or
just you are
from hundreds of feet in the sky.
You are components in the engine of Aldrich's victory, and if you break down, you get replaced. You don't feel bad for a new spark plug, like.
Exactly, he does not understand.
Well, just Aldrich doesn't care about you. But anyway, but also like as players, do we venture into the woods? Do we risk this, or do we decide to not worry about this for now?
My question is, how much like the high risk, high reward kind of a scenario, how much of a reward are we getting for this?
We have no clue.
So I feel like because of that, I'm like, no.
Yeah, this could be nothing, and this could be the bit that ties it all together.
Right. Like, that's what I'm stuck on.
Yeah.
To be clear, Aldrich and Schlessel, no interest in going to this fort unless we find some evidence that that's where the weapons are being stashed.
Right. That's kind of where Uktuk is. Like,
right?
It's only a slight lead, but it's like I don't. It's not elite enough
But-
to like
push us to go.
But we being Aldrich and Schlessel, still want to go into the forest more in the Manticore's hunting ground because that's the area where the weapons might be regardless, just not specifically the fort.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of want to. I don't even know how, but like we should see if we can find out about any other possible locations for rebels.
yeah, like going into the forest itself and investigating, I totally want to do, and Suriel would be fine with as long as we are on extreme high alert, given how Charlie explained the woods earlier. So if we're gonna do that instead, that is fine. But maybe finding the fort, because it's very high probability that that might be where the Manticore is, Suriel immediately would say no. We fucked around and found out once. Charlie almost died.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean-
she's almost died once.
The other thing that you can do is go back into town for now, make preparations, like get some equipment that will specifically help you deal with a manticore, and then go back tomorrow. Like, you could Witcher this shit. Go buy
That
some
is true.
potions of, like...
Yeah, buy some stuff to fuck it up.
Yeah,
if
like-
we
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah, like we've
like
already
Charlie,
gotten.
buy a potion of mage armor.
See, I'm looking. I don't see the potion of Pass Without Trace. I'm looking at the archives of Nethys. Am I like
Um,
blind?
It may not be a potionable spell.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Charlie, if you don't have a thing of mage armor, like that's a thing you could pick up for this at like.
Oh, I have mage armor. Oh yeah, I got that.
Oh yeah, but like,
Are there like
if you buy a scroll of it, that saves you a spell slot for the day. You know.
Oh, I see
Like,
what you're saying.
like that kind of preparation is what I'm talking about for facing a manticore.
Got it. Got it. Like have a primal spellcaster hook us up with Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, you could also do that. Like that table that you use to get paid for arcane casting services.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever the cost would be for an appropriate level primal spellcaster. There is the trellis in town is like a garden / like nature magic kind of like it's the Home Depot garden center.
Gotcha. Are we so as a team? What do I would
Yeah, so like as players, what is the plan?
plus / Aldrich is like nah. Grapes / Uktuk.
If we do go any further, we need to prepare more.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go back into town.
Okay.
Are we going back to Lawn Acre? Or are we going to the village?
Oh, I forgot we are kind of in betweenish.
Would I know because I live in the area that we would have access to
What village are we talking about?
where Charlie lives? I was just making up like a village outside Whisperwood. So I didn't make a name or because it's near Sonara or Sonera.
Then if it's near Sonara, then it would be like 100 miles away from Longacre.
So we're
Closer
We're
to
not even-
Longacre.
Yeah, you're.
so
Like,
we're going back to Lawn Acre.
Yeah, that's days. of
That's
travel
another
away.
quest line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where I thought we were
although
going.
spoilies, you might go to Sonara at one point.
I mean, I'm
Oh my
expecting it to
God.
happen at any point.
Ew.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh,
How dare you spoil this game? To Twitter.
What is the voice you're doing?
I don't know.
I need to Twitter.
So
To Twitter. I'm going to
It's
complain on Twitter.
Mad
we
about
did
spoilers voice.
so
Yes,
we did
the famous
some
character mad about spoilers.
we
Anyway,
did
sorry,
some
Jess, go ahead.
that's okay. So we did some decent investigating, got a better idea of what's kind of going down in the woods here. So that's a plus. And then we got Rolendi.
5 out of 6 of us learned that manticores are terrifying. One of us thinks they know better, but we won't name names.
Yeah, manticores.
Look, I agree you should be afraid of manticores, but I have nothing to fear from a manticore because it can't eat me.
You would want to.
That you know about.
That's true. What if it's a ghost manticore?
What if it's a ghost decor?
A ganticore.
A gasticore.
You kill.
Yes!
You kill the manticore, and then the manticore's ghost rises to hunt you.
No, fuck that.
Like that's the stinger scene for after Aldrich's character arc wraps up. Is just, well, time to fade away peacefully, and then you just hear a manticore shriek, and then Aldrich turns around, and there's a ghost manticore with an eye patch.
And then,
And some
like,
cocks.
Manticore by Ninja Sex Party plays.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's
Manticore!
yeah, that's we're done, right? We're done.
Yeah.
Manticore!
We did it.
Woo!
Woo.
We did the stuff.
And now
did
to
it.
stop and save this episode.
And then we
I swear,
upload
really.
the audio while we're thinking about it
I do that. Yep.
to
We
the Google
upload-
Drive.
We upload
we-
audio here, guys? What?
They're renaming,
I would like if you did that. That would be super
What?
super helpful for me.
I don't.
Oh yeah, what did we settle on the title for this one?
Manticore!
Say like it might have actually changed.
I don't remember.
What did we first say?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. That
Well,
was
no.
one.
The other one was damn it, I don't think I said it in episode. Oath shit.
Oh, we never said it in the episode. Oh well. I was tempted to just say it right away, right after he did his like intro bit.
Right.
Nah, you're just like, and it's oath day, and I was like more like, oath shit.
Oath shit.
I'd like to suggest that our manticore countermeasure be invisibility potions.
That would, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they smell.
It's like, oh shit, manticore's on us. Drink the invisibility potions, run away.
They're 20 gold
there's a
each, though.
spell.
Holy shit! I ain't got 20 gold.
I will also advise you that manticores have the scent ability.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say there's a spell. One.
Yeah, but
I'm
what
like
if
94% sure it's arcane.
Yeah, now being
the
invisible
range on
reduces
scent
the
is
odds.
usually like 30
Yeah.
feet or
Being
something?
invisible will reduce the odds it is close enough for scent to matter, but it still has that, and you just need
Can
to be
it
aware.
smell us from the sky? Quick.
Probably.
If you have an especially strong odor, yeah. And Charlie's diet has been different this week.
Turns out the manticores also loves cocaine and can smell cocaine from the nearest mile.
Oh god, I knew it.
Being the best friends.
Oh
He's
god,
cracked.
a coke fiend manticore
Oh my
Would be
would be a
god.
terrifying.
nightmare.
You
Literal
know what?
nightmare.
Like, you have to spend 3 hours hearing its idea for a small business, and then it eats you.
I kind of regret not using my super jump to jump into a tree for a better view of things.
Really? I'm disappointed in you, Schlessel.
I have negate aroma.
Negate aroma would do the trick.
It lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Now, okay, it targets one willing creature, so
Yeah,
you would
there
have to
are
get a
also
bunch.
magic items that just make you not have a smell.
I uploaded this episode.
Aldrich has a rocket jump.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is you could like Walking Dead it and slather yourself in like old pig guts, so like you smell like rotting meat.
Oh.
Then if the manticore smells you, it's like, ooh, no thank you.
Charlie already like fell in shit like a week ago.
I mean, ghosts can't smell appetizing, can they?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about for the meat bags.
They smell like high C ecto-cooler. And yes,
look,
very
over
appetizing.
I won't stand over here and try to argue that ghosts don't have a smell, but they'd smell dead, right?
No.
I argue that ghosts smell like ozone.
Yes.
That is
Aldrich smells like ozone anyway, because they've got the electric coils.
Yeah, so like Aldrich just has it double, so it's like the smell of ozone after a lightning strike.
Oh, that is an interesting smell.
What's the episode title again? Did we figure it out?
No, we got way off course.
I think
Ghost racism again.
I remember saying out loud, like, me, Charlie, would not fuck around and find out. Like, I said something on those lines.
We could all have our own episode names and then look at it later and see what everyone named it.
Ooh,
that would
like
be interesting.
Then whichever's the best wins, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's do it.
How did I do this? How did this happen? I'm looking at the episodes in the raw audio and I'm like, how did I?
Well, then I'll say that my episode name is Hungry for Clues.
Literally, for Aldrich.
Well, I'm going to end the stream. Say goodbye, everyone.
Hungry like the ghost wolf.
Bye Twitch TV / people.
Oh my god.